wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday. That means it's time for Cody Rhodes, Dominic, Rhea Ripley, and the boys.
Ew.
And Talitha and Travis.
Yay.
You're watching Wrestling Gab.
And the
Enjoy
girls.
the show.
And the girls. Got the girls.
And a girl.
What kind do you think?
Boobs.
Sure. Anyways, Walter will be back later at 9:05. He'll join us. He thought that Forbidden Door was pretty good.
Yeah, I watched it.
Harley is now in the chat. Says hello, everybody. Hey, Harley. FaZe Games is in the chat with us as well. Hey, FaZe. Says, where's Travis? Excuse me. He's right there. This is him. He takes up this space in the universe right now. Did you find your card?
No.
What'd you do with it?
Good question.
Why'd you throw it away?
It's irritating.
Is it right there? Oh, you fucker.
It's not irritating
you
anymore.
You hid it from yourself, loser. Anyways, everybody. Cody is out there talking. There isn't anything on.
Yeah, right now it's just a talking segment. You've got Rhea
and Dom are
out there with Cody.
And Dom can't talk for himself, so.
The crowd helps him with that because he's so terrible on the mic anyways that they just boo him.
Harley says, just Travis, there also is girls here as well. Oh, yeah? Girls? Everywhere. Sophie's in the chat. Hey, Sophie says, hi, your honest thoughts about that AEW pay-per-view last night. I heard it was boring from many fans that watch it. Well, according to Walter, it was good, Sophie.
I can
so
tell
that's
you
one thought.
The last two matches, or the last three matches, were very slow. The last match was Daniel Bryan. It was.
Oh my God! Did people start slitting their wrists in the audience as they were watching it because of how boring and slow it was?
But the match before that was like Sting and Darby. I can't remember who they wrestled. Anyways, it was kind of a big deal. Blah blah blah. Sting won.
Oh, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, I don't think it was Jarrett, but I guess.
Who was he up against?
I mean, I guess it could have been. I can't remember. To be honest, I have no freaking.
I didn't watch it. I played a video game, so I have no idea
weren't
what's happening.
here.
I wasn't here for most of it.
You left.
I was here for like 2 hours of it,
You left during the Kenny Omega match. That match lasted like a full hour.
Ugh, God, gross. I'm glad I didn't watch that. Ew.
That was Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay.
Oh, I think that Cody made Dom cry because now he's leaving.
Come on.
Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is.
Damian Priest and me and him tonight. First time ever. Cody and Damian, I guess, are wrestling tonight.
Oh, I thought they were going out on a candlelight dinner date.
They could.
That's weird.
Maybe, but not right now.
Sophie babbling about AEW announced All In and All Out a week apart. How stupid is that?
They did announce it then, so All Out is coming.
A week after All In. He's like, come in here. Come in here. I just want somebody to, like, put him over his knee and, like, slap his ass. But with a paddle. With a big paddle that they used on people in Dazed and Confused with holes in it and just until his butt bled.
Florida won. So this is the championship. This is the last game. This is for the World Series.
Chicago?
What?
I don't know. I saw Chicago fly up on the thing, so I have no idea what's happening.
Anyways, last night Florida won like 20. They scored 24 runs.
What the mother? What?
And they must have left their bats at home tonight because
they forgot.
They only scored 2.
They're like, well, we used up all of our points. Sorry, guys. Well, he is Mommy's little boy. He'll never be a man. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. Martha was like, Travis right there. Yeah. FaZe Game says, did you see Forbidden Door? And Quentin Mitchell's in the chat. Hey, Quentin says, how's your reaction to Jungle Boy's heel turn last night? Oh, my God, so dumb.
To me,
I did see that part.
To me, it was so ridiculously weird and silly because who he turned on isn't anybody important. Usually you have somebody of importance and they team up and there's meaning. But it was like, I don't know, like somebody turning on Tozawa and like Brock beating up Tozawa. It's like, oh, would you like the Brock? It's like, well, it's not Brock, obviously, but anybody. Ricochet beating up Tozawa, you'd be like, look, did you see Ricochet's heel turn? It's like, I guess.
Did he really do a heel turn?
I mean, obviously, he has to be a heel because he beat up some innocent dude, but still, it's like...
Is he, though? Is he innocent?
Hook?
Yeah.
Well, he can't.
He's not innocent.
He can't be dirty. He didn't do anything.
So there's talk that this year's Survivor Series will be Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT like they did 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, that'd be silly. NXT can't compete.
Oh, don't worry. They'll make them win. Everything.
I don't think they can, just because the talent's so far behind.
Oh, no. They're so great. They were just as amazing when they did it that last time.
Well,
and they won everything.
They were trying to push the little guys then. The Adam Coles and the Johnny Garganos and the Tommaso Ciampa, those little guys.
I still hate that.
I'm just saying they don't have anybody down there
Shinsuke Nakamura.
that they could do that with now.
True. I guess. I don't know.
Back in the day,
they have that one dude. Carmelo Hayes or whatever. They're trying to make him relevant.
That doesn't work.
Martha says, no, I was working. CPD's commissioner didn't name me superintendent for nothing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of responsibility when you're this position.
Are they doing this match again?
Vince rewrote most of the shows last week, and so he says, how was your weekend? It was short.
I did exercise, and now my chest is so tight that I can't lift my arms up. So if you see me doing weird things with my arms and talking funny, it's because of my chest. So Nakamura going to lose again?
Is this to Ricochet?
Yeah. He lost last week to Bronson Reed.
Yeah, because of Ricochet.
Oh, was it because of Ricochet? Mm-hmm. Ricochet interfered?
Yep.
I don't remember that.
He basically distracted him on the outside of the ring so that Bronson Reed got the up on him. Anyways, John Sparkling's in the chat. Hey, John says, what's happening up in here? And Aoife's in the chat. Hey, Aoife. Hola, she says. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Maybe we in.
Sophie says it'll be interesting how they build 2 pay-per-views in one time with All In and All Out with them being a week apart. Faith says, are you guys going to be on for Money in the Bank this Saturday? Yes. We will be here for Money in the Bank this Saturday. Martha says, my apologies. It wasn't the commissioner. It was the mayor who named me superintendent. Why, that bastard. More responsibility.
So much. Who? Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are going to be on ESPN in the morning.
Why?
They have a show on there. I can't remember what it's called. It used to be called Cold Pizza in the old days, but then they changed the name of it. It used to be the one with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. But now I think it's just Stephen A. Smith. Anyways, they're going to be on that show. I can't remember what it's called.
That's cool. Not the Pat McAfee show?
Mm-mm.
Sophie says I could... Oh, he was already on that one. Seth. Sophie says I could see them do a mix of War Games and Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT Survivor Series. Are you guys going to be on Saturday at 3 p.m.?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be here.
From London, England.
Well, we won't be from London, England.
They don't know that. I can talk pumice or whatever it's called.
You can talk Londoner. Aoife says, had work tonight. They're bringing me up to waitressing in a few weeks. Thank God. Yay! You're getting a promotion. Woo!
Ain't nobody hold me down. No.
I got to keep
on moving.
There you go.
Congratulations,
Aoife. That's pretty cool. See, you just had to stick it out a little bit longer. Sophie says at least 4th of July isn't on Monday this year.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm so much better that it's on a motherfucking Tuesday. That's so much better. Nobody does anything during this time of the day for 4th of July stuff. Unless you're having a barbecue or something. But most people aren't doing what we're doing. So you could watch wrestling and do a barbecue. People will be like, oh, this is so much fun. Harley's like, I might not be here for Money in the Bank. Cool. I might not be either. Just kidding.
I'm planning on being here, but I might not be here.
Walter wasn't going to be here until later, but now he's here now.
Walter's
hey, Walter.
early.
He says, okay, here, good Raw. Is it good? I've only seen 2 parts of it, and it wasn't that good yet.
It was
John,
fantastic.
John says, will they close the chocolate factory and let Ravi and the other Oompas go to Money in the Bank? No, John, they don't allow little people to do that kind of stuff. Aoife says, my legs hurt from standing all day, and we had a match Sunday. We got hammered, but I scored one of our only points, so I'm a bit proud of myself. I can't lie. Sweet.
That's funny.
What
That's
were
awesome.
you playing? Rugby?
No,
Soccer?
it's football.
Football.
There, but they call it, what'd she call it? Italian? No, what country? Ireland football. But whatever that country.
Was that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's from Ireland.
Yeah.
Gaelic football
Gaelic.
match. That's it. That's right.
Da, da, da.
Quinn says, I agree. Dom's not man. Always hiding behind Rhea like she can fight his battles all the time. Well, Shinsuke Nakamura for the win. Yeah, you think he's going to get a win this time and not be screwed over? Sophie says it is going to be an easy fight for all of the superstars that are going to be in London. John says, half day for half size peeps. Ha, 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 ha. Walter says, okay, at 9 I'm going. I'll be here Wednesday at 8 for AEW. Still
right.
in the chat right now.
Ricochet coming out now.
See that weirdo's out there by
Yeah.
the desk. See,
His
he's
name
going to
is
make it
Reed.
so somebody loses, and it might be Shinsuke. I guess it could be Ricochet, but I feel like it's going to be Shinsuke. Harley says, what's up, Walter? And Sophie says, wonder how much the buy rate is going to be from last night pay-per-view. Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce says, hello, guys. As always, it's Monday, and we all know what it means. Nap time! Oh. No, that's not it. Aoife says, there's Gaelic teams in the U.S. Network actually beat my local country team in the championship in May. What? Nuh-uh. That's funny.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, pff. Gaelic leagues in the U.S. How silly is that? Well, I was like, hey, Harley, I vote Dominic will lose to Cody later tonight. Oh, they're actually going to have a match? Sophie's like, in
Not
the old
tonight.
days, neighborhoods used to do block parties for 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would anybody be friendly to their neighbors anymore? That's ridiculous. Ricochet's like, I hate your face so much, I'm just going to punch it right away.
Uh-oh, here it goes. Feet of Fury versus
You're a
Ricochet.
feet of fury.
Versus Ricochet.
Who's a feet of fury?
You don't know.
No, I don't.
Ricochet.
Ricochet's a feet of fury?
No.
Like a foot, and that's it?
Nakamura is the feet of Fury. He's got the educated feet. Or perhaps maybe even the other way around, he said.
What? Who's the other way around?
Well, he said that they should target each other's legs.
Ew.
Because if you target their legs, they can't do a lot.
What was that?
Whatever it is, it's something I don't care about.
Is that your dog? Is he okay? Sounded like he felt like an old man, like you did.
I did fall today.
Travis fell down today.
I didn't think I was going to fall.
He just fell. Like, he's like, I was walking and I fell down. It's pretty funny.
It's true.
Bryce says, no, I think you're talking about film. Oh, that's okay, D. Just a tiny innocent slip up. What?
Why are you talking about fentanyl?
Nobody's talking about fentanyl. I said film, and I said a nap. I said a nap. N-A-P. I said it means to take a nap. I'm not talking about film. I know what his stuff's about. I'm talking about what I'm saying Monday nights are for. Naps. Janelle Jackson in the chat. Hey, Janelle, good to see you tonight, hun. Says, I thought Bailey had put her spot online on Friday for Money in the Bank. What happened to that match?
Yeah, they just literally cut it off the air. They're like, nah.
They're like, we hate women. Women are stupid. And then they said,
Nope.
And then somewhere, somehow, somebody got a cow. Bryce says, oh, by the way, my day was pretty good. Me and my dad was taking our dog to the vet so she can stop itching. And I went to Walmart to find Undertaker that I wanted. So today was a good day.
Did they give her steroids or him?
It's a her.
Her.
I'm sorry that your dog has itchies. Is she allergic? Does she have allergies? Poor baby. Sophie says Christmas falls on a Monday this year. Janelle says, I don't like that Logan Paul's in Money in the Bank over Montez, and Logan Paul didn't even qualify.
Yeah,
that
he didn't
dirty
need to.
cow.
He's just so cool.
Oh, he just is
He
like,
has so much influence.
oh, you want me to be in it? Okay, I'll be in it.
Well, he only wrestles at pay-per-views, so he couldn't qualify.
Right.
Unless he wrestled at the last pay-per-view to get in there.
Shinsuke finally got the one-up on Bronson Reed. Now he's going to be all mad. I think
Bronson Reed might take his spot in the briefcase match.
Whose?
Shinsuke.
Why? Shinsuke's
Just how
in
they're
it.
playing it. Exactly, and Reed isn't. Yet they keep this story going.
I hate him. I don't know why he's even around. Walter says Money in the Bank is at 3 p.m. pay-per-view early from London. Yep, Harley says today was perfect. Nothing. Whether it rained all day in Michigan. Sophie says we were supposed to get Bailey versus Shotzi this past Friday, but for some reason Vince
he just
scrapped
got kicked out.
Well, I hope he did. He's trying to interfere in a whole bunch of stuff. Robert Warney in the chat. Hey, Robert, good to see you tonight. Says, hey, hello, how are you? Walter says, okay, Raw is at Savannah, Georgia. That's south from me. Yeah, it's in Georgia. Robert says, what's up, y'all?
Well, isn't that a peach?
Peach. Sophie says, at least after the pay-per-view is over, whoever misses it for whatever reasons, they can watch it like hours later. Bryce says, I guess it depends on the climate for my dog since it's summertime and all, but good question, D. If it's probably the climate and it's summertime and she only itches during the summer, it's probably allergies. Poor girl. Sophie says, my dog went to the vet today. Oh, yeah? Is it because Bryce's dog went to the vet? Does your dog have itchy problems too? Is it because it's allergic to chicken? Janelle says, how did you feel about Forbidden Door last night? Some people said it was as exciting as last year.
It was okay. A guy didn't have any complaints.
I have lots
other
of complaints.
than the Jungle Boy heel turn, just because of who he turned on. And the whole time they were building him up as the babyface, as the Luchasaurus was the guy that was the bad guy, and they were breaking him up, so they did that. And then all of a sudden now he's a bad guy, so is he going to join Christian and the Luchasaurus again, or are they going to team back up?
I don't know how that's going to work because
he's the heel now.
Christian and him didn't get along, so why would you even do that? It's strange. Very strange. Very strange.
Everything else was okay on the show.
Except
there was a couple
for...
long matches towards the end, like Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega was really long. I swear that match was 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
It might have been longer. I'm not kidding.
Well, it was funny because you walked me out so I could leave, and then...
It lasted like a half
And then
hour.
you're like, I was like, oh, do you want to stay and watch this? You're like, no, it's going to be on for like another hour.
Well,
so
almost. I knew it wasn't going to just end clean, you know. But I knew it wasn't close to over because both guys were still in it.
Right.
And it lasted quite a bit longer. Dan Callis give Will Ospreay a screwdriver.
A screwdriver. That's terrible. So our package was in Salt Lake City at 12:40 today.
Sweet.
Well, it departed there at 12:40 p.m. today.
For packaging.
Yeah, but the problem of it is I'm pretty sure that the number that they gave us is going to go to the United States Postal Service.
That happens.
Because stupid WWE is a bunch of butt faces like that. Because they're dumb.
The face and the butt match.
Basically, butts and faces matches of stupid. Walter says, I'm not going to Raw in Atlanta, Georgia in July. It's sold out. Ah, Walter, you're supposed to get it early, or you're supposed to, like, Get it like 5 months in advance.
Buy it from a scalper.
Yeah, don't do that.
Why?
Don't do that. That's illegal.
Is
Don't
that?
do it.
I don't
We
think
do
it's
not
illegal
condone
to
doing
buy
illegal
it.
options.
I think it's illegal to sell it, but I don't think it's
Janelle
illegal to buy
says,
it.
who would you like to see win the women's Money in the Bank? Since there's nobody really on the whole thing that deserves it, win it.
Rack Rod,
none of them.
probably. My guess would be Rack Rod.
Yeah, I
So you got
guess.
Zelina Vega, which would be fun. Becky, no. Zoe Stark, no. Bailey, no. Io Sky, no. Trish, no. So, yeah. Rack Rod, but she's not even in it.
Rack Rod?
Yeah. Did she win a spot? Did I forget to write that down?
I
think she did. I think she just got in. So I didn't write it down. So, yeah, Rack Rod. She's it.
Wasn't she the last one?
Yeah, I think they did that on Friday. Or, yeah, Friday.
Maybe. Robert Warney says, I'm good. How y'all doing? Pretty good, Robert. It's Monday night, you know. I'm exhausted after the first day of work back in the week. Ugh. Walter says, yes, Bouncer B got ejected. Good job, ref. Films in the chat. Hey, Films. Misty. Hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs. How's everyone doing today? Bryce, my man, how's it going? And John says, it's hotter than a hooker in Tijuana on a $20 night. Ooh. Walter says, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry turned heel on Hook. Sophie says, with Money in the Bank, you could open and close it any way they want it. P. Cola is now in the chat. Hey, P. Cola, good to see you. Hi, Gab Gang. Tardy am I. It's okay. We get it. Bryce says, film doing good, man. Your friend D was talking about you. Was I? Thanks, Bryce. I'm pretty sure you're the one that brought it up. Sophie says, my dog got her butt squeezed where it was very full. Oh.
Yeah, her glands.
Did their anal glands get squished out?
They do that with little dogs.
Not all little dogs have that problem. Janelle says, it seems like Jungle Boy wants to take the title from Hook. John says, what's up, Coke Zero?
Yeah.
Sophie says, I'm surprised at how many watch-along channels didn't do the pay-per-view last night. Walter says, I saw some AEW Media Scrum replay Chris Jericho, got mad at Sting.
Sting!
Oh, it was a Chris Jericho one.
Well, okay, it was the Jericho one.
Maybe?
Yeah, and Guevara. And then
Yeah, maybe that was
the one
it.
Japanese guy. The mean old one with all the weird hair.
The weird wrinklies in his head.
Yeah.
Film says, oh, really? What did she say? Pico is like, hi, sparkling water. And John says, LOL. And Bryce says, well, Film, remember that classic catchphrase that you say all the time when a women's match comes on? And she said that to me, and I thought that was you, but I wasn't. Oh, great, Bryce. I didn't think it was you. And I didn't say that because you're the one that put it in your comment. My God, you guys. Ugh, barf. And Pico's like, Osprey Omega 2 was match of the year. Harley's like, the reason why I might not be here Saturday is because the NHL free agency opens up. Sophie says...
You enjoyed the match then? I just thought it was very long.
Yeah. Pico, yes, was match of the year. Match of the year. Zip says Labor Day weekend for the second year in a row, but it will be a lot of wrestling if you like both shows.
Yeah.
Ruined.
There it is. Nakamura gonna lose again. Nakamura's just on a losing streak. Why is he in the Money in the Bank match?
If they're gonna make him lose all the time. Faye says Dom holding in his tears. Janelle says Vega is really my only pick because everybody else really don't need it. Feels like Brian Danielson taking a tombstone pile drivers out on the ramp was ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Well, maybe he wanted to get a concussion.
It just, to me, it looked like it was just going to hurt somebody's knees. And then Homeboy just dropped onto his knees. I was like, oh.
So he says, if you missed last night's pay-per-view, would it be a big deal? If you're a huge fan of either one of those companies, it probably would be. But since I'm not really a fan of one side or the other, I didn't watch it, and I don't feel I missed anything.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything from the storylines that are going on in AEW. Because there just wasn't very many matches that had consequences for AEW.
The Raquel one, what we forgot is that Liv is back, and they're facing Shayna and Ronda. Thank you, Sophie. That's why she was back. So she's not on Money in the Bank. for the Money in the Bank. She's on to get the titles back.
Oh, so they're having
because Liv is back, supposedly. Anyway, Sophie said it's this Saturday. So Bryce is like, okay, so Bryan Danielson brought back the final countdown, his theme song, aka flashback to Ring of Honor era. That was exciting. Yeah, I don't know that, so to me, that's not exciting.
You didn't watch the match anyways.
Sophie says, who would you want to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match? So the
LA Knight is who I'd want, but, I mean, obviously looks like Nakamura has no shot. Ricochet, Santos Escobar, Butch don't really have a shot. So it's either going to be Damian, Logan, or LA Knight. Unless they're planning on putting Nakamura on top after all these losses. Like, hey, we're going to give you we're just going to have you lose for a while before. But he lost last week and this week. Clean. And now we got Riddle in the back.
Yeah, Riddle. Oh, my. What I was saying is that even if I did watch it, I wouldn't know anything about a theme song that was a flashback to his Ring of Honor days. I wouldn't know anything about it. Walter says NHL awards tonight, but Raw wrestling is better. Ayla is in the chat. Hey, Ayla. Aoife was in here, but she might have fallen asleep. She did work today, but she might be getting promoted to a waitress here in a couple weeks, so that's good. Walter says, hey, Ayla, late LOL. And Piccolo says, so D. Bry is out for 6 to 8 weeks for his fractured forearm. Daniel Bryanson broke his arm? Are you kidding me? Is that real?
No idea.
Pickle, is that real, or is that just like storyline stuff, or is that actually real?
Look at that. We got a challenge accepted.
He's like, let me help you with your ankle.
Or not United States, the Intercontinental Championship versus Riddle. I don't know if that's tonight or at the pay-per-view.
Maybe he shouldn't have picked on their boy. He says, also, are you guys getting paid by YouTube already?
Well, no, not really.
Travis forgets to remind me to fill out something. Ayla says, cooking dinner, Walter. Pico's like, what up, the Ayla? Sophie says, Blood and Guts is rumored to take place sometime in July. Bryce says, hey, Ayla. Ayla says, hey, Fat Lisa. Janelle says, it's predictable. Isn't predictable. Did a lot of people pick LA Knight for the man's Money in the Bank?
Yeah, I would assume he'll win it, but I just don't know if it's going to show his flaws. He's very good at talking, obviously, but I don't know how great he is with everything else he does.
Right.
That's why it's really hard to put a title on a fan favorite.
True. That's very true. So it says Randy Orton is rumored to be facing Riddle at SummerSlam. Oh, that's sweet. John says, Ayla, how's the beach? And Phil says, well, Ayla, good to see you. And Ayla's like, it's hot fire. Piccolo says, yeah, I threw some chicken nuggies in the air fryer. John says, right, I just said that. I put the AC on 64. Film says, Bryan Danielson broke his arm, really? And Piccolo's like, he said it in the presser scrum. Oh, he broke his arm. Oh, it's a bummer for him. If it's real, that's weird. What did he do to break his arm?
I didn't.
Are you talking, Piccola, about his tombstone pile driver on the ramp? Is that when he broke it?
Well, that wouldn't break your arm.
Well, how do I know? I didn't watch it.
You know what a pile driver is?
So I'm asking questions. I don't remember what that shit is.
It's where they drive their head down between the other guy's legs.
Well, you could break your arm if you twisted it the wrong way. Ouch. Oh my. Sophie says right now both LA Knight and Io Sky are being pushed to win their Money in the Bank matches, but Vince could change his mind that day.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want Io Sky to win it, for sure, so...
EWE Network is in the chat. Hey, EWE says, hey, hello. Hassan is instantly in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there. How was your weekend going yesterday? Oh, pretty good, Hassan. How was your weekend?
How you doing?
Bryce says he got injured during the match. And Sophie's like, when do you start to get paid by YouTube?
1,000 subscribers.
Pickle says, for me, Money in the Bank is just a dumb gimmick and doesn't mix up the championship scramble like previous years had done. Well, that's stupid. Sophie says, I could see Logan Paul winning Money in the Bank because of Vince. And Pickle says, from what I heard, Okada broke it accidentally.
Huh. I watched the thing, and he worked the whole match. Like, I don't know how he had a broken arm. At the end, he had him in the crossface, or whatever he calls it, something, a lapel lock or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then he changed that, and then just put him in a different lock and made him tap, so.
Maybe that's why he changed it, because it hurt.
Maybe.
And that's why he's like, oh my God, my arm hurts. And he's like, oh my God, I think it's broken. John says, if he broke his butt, wiped hand, that would be shitty. Jesus. It was like, I turned the swamp cooler to low. Sophie says, I see on Twitter what a WWE versus AEW Forbidden Door card would look like. Oh, yeah? Somebody's Fantasy World came out? Oh, that's nice. I'm going to have a cookie.
Eat it. Kind of, are they? Are there two different kinds? Is that oatmeal and chocolate?
No, they're called cowboy cookies. So they have like nuts and chocolate chips and oat milk.
There's Postman Pierce. Okay. Who do you want to wrestle? Tozawa? We'll get back to it. How is he supposed to make the match? Who is it? Tozawa?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we're going to see Ronda Rousey here in mere moments. Remember, they have all those belts. Or the Roman Reigns of the women's tag team division.
It's silly. We need to put our thing up. Our poster.
Yeah.
Why isn't our poster up?
You just heard me say I forgot about it.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Beat you later. Harley says I had cabbage soup for dinner.
Yum.
Ew.
Sounds delicious.
I apologize. It sounds absolutely atrocious.
Cabbage? You don't like
Cabbage soup? Ugh.
Well, how would it be bad? All soup's good. It
No.
doesn't. Soup to me tastes exactly the same.
Do they?
Except for it has different things in it, but it all tastes like soup.
Hear that from here, everybody. Soup has a flavor now. Soup is a flavor.
Yeah,
It is a flavor.
like
No matter what it
bouillon or
is.
something.
If it's soup, it's soup.
I mean, there's some that have more of a, what's that called? Like a,
Soup flavor?
what's that called? It's a fruit that grows and people call it a vegetable. Tomato flavor. Some have that, so it's like a spaghetti-o.
But it's
Tomato
still has a soup
soup.
flavor.
The alphabet soup type, like it goes that direction. But then there's the soup flavor, which is your chicken noodle or your spinach, any other soup that you'd buy in a
I
can.
love you so much.
Tastes like soup.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Faye says, do you need 1 million views on YouTube Shorts to get paid on YouTube? No.
You don't have to.
Nothing on YouTube Shorts. You don't have to do anything on YouTube Shorts. You just need subscribers. You have to have subscribers and a couple like views.
Watch time is the most important.
And watch time. But the YouTube Shorts, I don't know, really count as views.
They do now.
Oh, do they now?
Yeah, they've changed everything. Just over the last year, there's been a lot.
Oh, okay. Because when we first got ours, they didn't have
Well, they didn't
that.
even have shorts.
You had to well, they did, but they weren't as popular as they are now.
And I don't even know how you do shorts, to be honest. Like, I've never done one. I thought about doing one.
You can record a short. Pickle says, "Oh, we had a swamp cooler at the crack house we stayed in at Kuwait." Sophie says, "AEW doing Chicago 4 shows with that all-out show." Ayla says, "They're nice, Fat Lisa." Sophie says there was like a Roman versus Kenny Omega graphic, and I forgot what the other matches are. Pickle says, "I'm sure people know your questions, Phase. Maybe do some research." John says, "Thanks for serving cola." Pickle says, "Sounds like soup for gummy folks." So he says, "At least after Money in the Bank, WWE got a whole month to build to SummerSlam." Pickle says, "Soup, the food group." John says, "Soup probably looks like dishwater. Yikes." And Ayla says, "Gummy folks, like your roommate at the crack house." Sophie says, "Roman might show up on NXT one day. Why would he belittle himself?"
Not happening.
Why would he belittle himself? Sophie says, "Question, does the Bloodline Civil War open or close the pay-per-view?"
Close. It's Roman. He's going to close it.
Yeah, we don't have Brock this time. Right?
I don't think so. I don't think that Cody Brock match is this time. I think it's at SummerSlam.
Do we have Cody at all this time?
Yeah, he's going against Dominic.
At Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
That's weird.
3 p.m. Eastern start time. Money in the Bank.
Why is it special?
Because it's not our normal start time at 8 p.m. Eastern. Ugh.
Sophie says one guy goes live twice a week just to get the YouTube watch hours.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
it'll get it up there. Especially if you can get people in your live.
Yeah, that stick around and hang out with you. Make comments and interact. Enjoy your stupidity.
Here comes
And
the...
your irritating eating of
Do they
snacks.
have a name? Was it the baddest? What is Shayna Baszler? What was she known as? The Black
Queen
Ace?
of Spades.
Queen of Spades. Bad Spades? I don't know what you'd call them.
Do not say that again.
Hey, is that night right now? It is. So, are we sure that Rackrod's not in it?
I don't think she's in the Money in the Bank
Yeah, they
thing.
just said before they do battle it.
Yeah, but they're at Money in the... I thought it was just them having a Money in the Bank match for the titles.
Yeah, it sounded like that's what they
Anybody
said.
watch that Cocaine Bear? It was quite ridiculous.
Was it your favorite?
No.
I like goofy movies like that.
It was kind of dumb. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't like a waste of my time, but it was kind of stupid. Pickle's like laughing, and now why would anyone do such a thing? I don't know. John says, any chance Vince lets Logan win Money in the Bank?
Yes,
Depends on what they do with it, I guess.
but will he cash it in, and will it be a long time thing? I mean, he could win it. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I feel like he's just there to bring views, because there's nobody in that match that can carry that match. Which has to let the people in the back who made that match understand that they can't be world champion if they have to bring in somebody else to carry them.
Yeah, that. Pickle, when you go into Sonic again, they've got a 2 for $7 deal right now.
That doesn't
Burgers,
sound
chicken
good.
sandwich, and 6-piece mozzarella sticks, bitch.
Sounds expensive.
2 for $7?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because shit used to be like 2 for $5 or 2 for $4. But we have inflation because of our government right now and how ridiculously stupid they are. And most of the inflation is fake as fuck. But they're still keeping the prices up because they're assholes. But, hey,
BlackRock and Vanguard.
it's ridiculous. Sophie says, if Roman closes the show, there's a chance the person who won Money in the Bank will cash in. Sophie says, have you noticed that they don't show Dean Ambrose in this Money in the Bank video? Excuse me, why would they?
I mean, it's a good idea. Why not? I don't know who out of the group of guys it would be silly, but if there was somebody that was good that decided to get into that Money in the Bank match before it starts, like
Right.
if they switch somebody out, and then Roman gets turned on by all the Bloodline members, so they humble him. So even Solo spikes him. The Usos double splash him, so he's completely out. And then somebody runs down and pins him with the briefcase at the end of the show.
Okay.
They become champion, and then he has to rejoin the Bloodline, but as more humbled. So it goes in a babyface way
Oh.
for a while, and then obviously they can keep it going. But I just don't see that happening right now. But shit, I didn't see the Usos leaving yet either, so I feel like that's just dumb. So they're
really
already breaking
They
it
really
up.
fucked that up. Thanks, Sammy.
Well, they could have kept that going for another year. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Harley says, who would hate this channel? You guys are also nice. We are fire. Sophie says, sometimes Money in the Bank closes the show depending on who wins the match. Piccolo says, oh God, never again. Sophie says, and the Money in the Bank winner could also cash in on mid-card championship. John says they need to let LA Knight talk to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Film's like, what time is it? And Walter's like, Ronda will lose. And Sophie says that video lied. There has been some of them that has been in Money in the Bank before. Piccolo says, it's like the ex that you want to cut their face out of pics. What the fuck?
Who's we? Like, you don't know.
John's like, clobbering Tim. Walter's like, go Rodriguez, get the win. And Film's like, it's armpit time. Harley says the only thing that I like from Sonic is question mark.
A thick shake.
A hot dog. Tater tots. A limeade.
What happened to Homeboy? Did he get hit in the face or something?
I don't know. Is he dead? Did he die? Is he broken?
I wasn't looking.
Is he crying?
Probably not. He's a man.
He's crying. He's totally crying. Everybody's so worried. Oh my God. Oh, it's his ankle.
He might have got hit in the foot. He might have swung at a pitch and hit himself.
Oh.
It happens quite a bit.
What? They would never do that to themselves.
It's a catcher, so I bet it was a foul tip.
I want to see it again.
A foul tip, and it came back and probably hit him in
Oh
the
my
shin.
God. Is he okay? Oh, look at her. She's so worried. Oh. How terrible.
It's the last game, guys.
It's gonna ruin his life forever. He's never gonna be able to play baseball again. Oh my God. That woman in the audience, what a dumb bitch.
Well,
Everybody's like, is he dead? I want to know if he's
I gotta
dead.
see what happens. There's the bell. Rod started out with Ronda.
Is he bleeding?
Wait, this is just a one-on-one match.
Yes. Is his bone outside of his pant leg?
Oh my
Is it hanging out of his whole
Ew.
pants? Well, why are they making such a big stinking
I don't know.
deal
I
out
didn't
of
see it. I've said that 6 times.
I want to know. I mean, I get being worried, but it's like, well, is he dead? Did he just collapse? Okay, we got him up, guys. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, he's not dead.
We're not going to put any weight on it. It doesn't look like the bone's coming out of his pants. There's no blood. His leg doesn't look like it's twisted funny. Look, it's normal.
Well, he wouldn't be walking off if it was broken.
Well, he's walking off, but he's not walking on it. Let's put it that way. But it's not sticking out of his uniform pants.
Right, that would be an emergency. There would be a board and a cart. And
So why does everybody act like he fucking died?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh my God, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's out there. Sorry. I will get back to
Rastelin.
the ladies wrestling their tootsies off out here with
All
nothing.
I gotta say is Ronda better not lose this.
Mm-hmm. Walter Raquel use moves. Choke slam.
I don't like this match. They should have put Shayna against her. Because
Yeah.
then she could beat Shayna.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Sophie says, would it be a bad thing if you're a full-time YouTuber? With the Money in the Bank history video, they didn't show Dean Ambrose. That's fine, Sophie.
It's okay.
I don't think it would be bad if you're a full-time YouTuber. I just feel like I wouldn't be good at doing wrestling full-time YouTubing. You guys would hate me. So he was like, I like Sonic the Hedgehog. Ayla's like, what's a full-time YouTuber? 40 hours a week, 24/7? Says, what baseball game are you watching? It is the finals.
It is the College World Series. It's LSU versus Florida. It looks like LSU's going to win this. It's 6-2 right now.
No, it's 10. They had 10 runs.
Oh, yeah, it's over. Ronda won.
Of course she did.
Oh, good. She should have.
John's like,
I keep
12-6.
forgetting it's women's matches, but like when you got Ronda Rousey in there, you think it's going to go longer.
Right. But it doesn't.
And it still went 2.5 minutes.
Yep. Ayla says, that's not too bad. 12 hours a day for 12 days. What's minimum wage for a YouTuber? Harley says, I only like their milkshakes from Sonic.
0.
Because the milkshakes bring all the girls to the yard. And that's
like,
it. It's better than yours.
Damn right. It's better than yours. I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
I like a couple things from Sonic. So Travis, before he stopped eating like fast food and gluten and stuff like that, he was like, I had the best burger ever. And it was a Sonic hamburger. And he was like, it was so delicious. So I went and got one day. It was the most disgusting thing I'd ever had in my life. It had tasted like it had sat under the heater for at least 4 days. At least.
Yeah. So it was probably just one. So you should have said, I want another one.
And I was like, and gross. So I've never eaten a hamburger there ever again. Tater tots, on the other hand, I have gotten there multiple times and then ask him to do them extra crispy.
Her shirt says, I don't get drunk. I get awesome.
Yes! That's the shirt I need. I don't get drunk. I get awesome! Is that a Miz shirt?
It sure sounds like one.
All my Miz shirts and all my cool shirts are too small for me because I got big. Huge. Like Moto.
I like them big. I like them something. Like them big. With something.
Just as I was joking, Ayla, no, I did. It was like, I don't believe you're joking. You know something we don't know. So I think that's with Ronda and Shayna, women tag team champions. They could show up on NXT anytime. John says, I'm the Scarecrow. LOL. And Ayla's like, I'm the Walrus. Oh my God.
Like
one's from the Yellow Brick Road show, and the other one's from Alice in Wonderland, and the Walrus and the whatever Carpenter story.
What in the world are you saying? I Am
You
the
need
Walrus
to watch that.
comes from the Beatles.
I don't know.
I am the Walrus.
It says, I'm the Walrus. Sophie says, oh, I thought you were watching real baseball. It is real baseball,
These guys they're going to get drafted.
These people are real baseball
This
players.
is the College World Series. This is legit.
These are young, up-and-coming, possibly already being looked at by major teams to go into their minor league system.
Yeah, the draft is coming up in July.
This is very important. That kid that just broke his foot probably will not be drafted now because of his crybaby-ish ways.
Horrible. And yes, if he was good, he will be drafted. Nothing about that injury it won't even deduct from it.
Pickle says, sometimes I wish there were YouTube emojis to show me dropping it like it's hot. Do you have a down arrow with fire?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Sophie says, didn't you see the game that had 20 runs in one inning sometime this weekend? Oh my God, Sophie, that's this series. That was yesterday's game.
Florida scored 24 yesterday.
Yeah, that was this series. John says the bacon cheeseburger on toast at Sonic is like crack. Now, is it a cheeseburger on toast, on Texas toast, or is it like a, what do you call those? A grilled cheese sandwich with a burger in it and bacon. Sophie says, I don't think I never went to Sonic before. Walter says, good, more matches still to come. EWE says, the Fat Cats. The film says, what? Wow, that was a short women's match. Film, they're always that short. Ayla says, Walrus, Water Buffalo, whatever. Same. Pretty much.
Yeah, the only matches that are along with the women are you have Becky and Charlotte in them. And Asuka sometimes.
Pickle's like, yeah, Sonic may not be your style. Go to Super Mario Bros. John says it's a wiffle ball on ESPN 8. And Walter says, the Ocho. Walter says, go Braves in the NL League. Pickle says, you mean the Ocho? As Sophie says, Liv has beaten Ronda before. John said, oh.
Obscure Sports Weekly. That's how you find out.
About Ronda beating, or
no,
Liv
what's
beating
on
Ronda.
the Ocho?
Oh, Obscure
Sports Weekly.
Sophie says Liv has beaten Ronda before. Yeah, because Ronda let it happen. It was her idea. So that doesn't count. John says Angels won 23-0 on Saturday. Piccolo says patty melt with bacon. Basically, Piccolo patty melt with bacon. Sophie says the Mets traded a player to the Angels this weekend.
Was it? The Angels also got a player from, I thought, was Colorado. So, and that was Mike Moustakas.
Ayla's like down finger and fire, or down arrow, like curving down. I would say curving down arrow and fire is drop it like it's hot. And Walter says Seth Rollins burn it down. That would be the opposite way, Walter. You have to have the fire first, then the down arrow.
Burn it down.
John says if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
What?
Whack!
My face.
Is that necessary? Drinking my own urine necessary?
Sophie's
I like it, and it's sterile. Or it's sterile, and I like the taste.
Do you think Seth will hold on to the championship for the rest of the year?
Yes.
EW says WWE needs they age democratic, the 18 to 55.
Yeah, the age demographic.
Demographic. Yes. Harley says I thought Sonic's breakfast was good. I don't know. I don't eat their breakfast. I've never had a breakfast.
What time does their breakfast close?
Probably 10:30, like
based
everybody
on the game to
else's.
get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known throughout the microphone. It's got glue on there. I can feel it seeping in. It takes two to make it out of sight. It takes two to make finger ring.
That sounds terrible. Pickle's like, democratic? You mean demographic? Yes. EWE meant demographics. We got it. Walter's like, I like Waffle House waffles. Good. It looks like never even seen a Waffle House. You know, Ayla, I have seen a Waffle House in pictures and videos of that girl who beat that one girl at a Waffle House. So it says, do you guys like IHOP for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? I don't really like IHOP. I think their food's nasty.
IHOP for... Oh, Kenna was born... So 15 years, maybe? Here comes Seth! Does he have a match? He's dressed like Santa Claus. In a tracksuit. This is what Santa would wear in June.
Probably if he was you. Be jelly because he probably loves it. He's like, oh my god. That's like the best tracksuit I've ever seen.
It's a nice fit. Isn't that what the kids call it? Fit.
Is that what it's called now?
Yeah, it's just called a fit. Look at his fit.
With saggy britches.
Okay, you guys ready to chant for 10 minutes? No, it's... Oh. You can hear him already.
So
If they're making your entrance music, you make sure that the crowd can sing it.
Sing it. Or parts of it or whatever it is, right? Have words in it that they want to say. It's all catchy. People was like, nah, fool. Sonic's breakfast ain't better than most. Yeah, I've never heard anything good about Sonic's breakfast, so I'm going to say probably not.
There's only one breakfast food worth eating.
John's like, burn it down.
Hash browns, McDonald's.
EWE's like, I make music. He was like, fire drop? Sophie says SmackDown won't be live this Friday. They will be taping it that day before it hit TV like hours later. So, but is it going to be live for people in London?
London, England.
You talk like you're from London. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. I'm doing bingo before. Cool, Walter. Good luck with bingo. Have a great
I just want
start
to know
to your
if
week,
they're going to have
sir.
it live on TV there, and if I can watch it live on TV there, and then just do it earlier in the day.
Ooh, without me. Perfect. Perfect.
Dude, take it
Perfect.
off.
Perfect. I can't.
You take 1 hour off.
I can't do that.
Lies.
No.
Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies.
No, I really can't.
You can't take 1 hour off and your lunch. Or a half hour and a half hour and your lunch in between.
It's a Friday, so that's probably a no. My boss isn't going to be there.
Ugh.
By one boss. Pretty sure the other one's there.
Why is he talking about Carmelo Hayes? Oh, he's there.
Oh, God. Nobody cares about this garbage heap.
It's
nobody! Yay. Congratulations. Ayla says night, Walter. And John says Waffle House, smothered and covered. Tell them, Walter. What does that mean? If you take your, you taking hash browns and you smother them with sausage gravy, cheese or something.
Yeah, cover them with whipped cream.
Ew. Travis and his soup flavor. Pickle's like, bye, Walter. Have a great evening. Sophie says about Cracker Barrel. Heard of Cracker Barrel? Never been to a Cracker Barrel. Don't think I want to go to a Cracker Barrel. I have seen people do some weird shit to Cracker Barrel. These people are taking pictures of themselves, putting them in frames, going to Cracker Barrels, and putting them on their lattice-like walls.
Where is he? Show up.
Savannah, Georgia.
Not him.
Who's him?
Baron Corbin. He needs to show up and
I
beat
want
this
him to be
midget up.
right behind him and murder him in his sleep. With murder. Murder with murder! It was like never been there either. So I think I've been to a Cracker Barrel. I think we went to one time. But I couldn't tell you when or where.
Did you throw
Utah,
crackers in
maybe?
a barrel?
Yes, I threw myself in a barrel.
Don't be racist.
Ayla says, never been here either. Sophie says, it's so hot here that when you walk out the house early, it is still hot. AWE's like, smarks are fat. Did you mean sharks? That's not very nice, dude. Like, that's rude. Don't call sharks fat. Pickle's like, England. Yes, England.
England.
Sophie says, WWE Payback September 2nd, the night before the AEW pay-per-view. So we get a WWE pay-per-view and an AEW pay-per-view on Labor Day weekend. Why do they hate us? Seriously, why? Why are guts hated of people and ruining my weekends that I could go away and do something else? But no, I gotta stay here and hang out with you guys.
Get to.
And you guys get to just leave and not hang out with me. Go about your lives and do your things. Trying to sit around, hang out. Pickle's like, yeah, better commit, Missy. What am I committing to? Because I refuse. Pickle's like, yeah, I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday. Right? Sophie's like, I guess it will be live for people in London, but I don't know how that stuff works. Pickle says, oh my goodness, y'all need to know the Waffle House code. I do, because I don't know. I know nothing about Waffle House, so let me know. I know there's secrets. Lots of secrets. And then some lies. John says, chip, chip, cheerio. Hello, Governor. And Pickle's like, goody. Bryce says, okay, guys. I will say, please, can we get last cash-ins on the same night? I want them to save it only on SummerSlam or WrestleMania. I want them to hold on to those briefcases until their lives depend upon them. Like, they literally use it as a briefcase. And they like start putting all their paperwork in it. They carry it around for a year. And then when they cash it in,
You have to empty it.
they're
They got
literally
their socks
they're
and
literally
their-
like, I cash in this and all of my documents. Pickle's like, goody. Sophie says, so expect lots of spoilers popping up on Twitter for whatever amount of time on Friday before SmackDown hits the air. Pickle says, let's see. Can I have double hash browns, scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked? That sounds interesting and kind of weird. Films like facts, Bryce, facts. Harley says, how are your cookies that you are eating? They're pretty good. They're made by, grocery store. I did not make them myself. John says, going to give the missus a good slap and tickle bloody well. So suspect that it's going to still be on regular time in America. Films like I love hanging out with you, Ms. D and Travis, too. Oh, yeah, totally. Pickles like smothered equals onions, covered equals cheese, chunked equals ham, and diced equals tomato. Okay, when I think smothered and hash browns, I think sausage gravy personally, but hey. So this is, wow, you complain about working Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, it's the greatest weekend ever.
Yeah.
Oh, Finn's there with a chair.
Of having to do 2 pay-per-views.
There is
one
a
I'd
big
be okay
fight.
with, but
There's
2,
a
come
melee.
on. It's just ridiculous.
Finn
Oh my God,
Balor.
what's wrong with his feet? Why is he walking all weird?
Finn or Seth?
Seth.
I think he's got slip-on shoes on.
Does he have weird shoes on or
Yeah,
something?
I think he's got slip-ons.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, like I wear
can't
it to the hot tub.
I can't see the front of them very well, so I have no, like, Riddle shoes.
Yeah.
He borrowed some from his closet.
Yeah, they have no backs. He's just in socks.
Harley says, just give me a good classic sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin from McDonald's. Yeah, and dip it in syrup. Maple syrup from Canada. Sophie says, aren't all Waffle Houses the same? I wouldn't know, Sophie. I've never been to one, let alone multiples.
Yeah, it's September 3rd is their pay-per-view.
Oh my God, jerk face fuckers. So basically it's Saturday and Sunday. September 2nd and 3rd, Saturday and Sunday. Pay-per-views. So wrestling the whole time. I'm gonna murder myself in my sleep.
Because of the murder.
Yeah, I'm going to murder myself in my sleep because of the murder. It was like she could make them by herself, though. Don't get it twisted. Sophie says they get to hold on to the briefcase for a full year. Nobody cashed in at the Rumble yet. Ayla says, wow, Sophie's still complaining about other people's life choices. People's like capped equals mushrooms, topped equals country gravy. Oh, that sounds gross.
Yep. So we got Payback the night before. And then All Out. But the weekend before that, we also have All Out, or All In.
Deliciously
So
lovely.
3 of the 4 weekend days of those 2 weekends, there's something.
So on this college World Series final stuff,
Yeah.
is it is this the last game?
Yeah, that's it.
So if they win, they win?
Yeah, they'll be the champions of the world.
Oh. Because it doesn't show, like, do they do 7 games?
No.
Oh.
This is the 3rd and final.
Oh, they only do 3
They
games?
just have to win 2.
Oh.
But both teams have won 1.
I see. Okay, I didn't know that part. I didn't know how many games they played.
Oh, he
Sorry.
won it. That's a strike.
I didn't know how many games they played. Doo-doo-doo. John's like, not all. Some serve pancakes. Boom. Ew, disgusting. Blech, pancakes. Blah, blah, blah. Films like 3 things. One miss. Ew. Travis say, yeah, and hanging out and talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 things I never want to miss. Pickles like Canada. Ah. Sophie's like, at least there is no pay-per-view on Christmas weekend or New Year's weekend.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Ayla's like, ew, pancakes, right? And John's like, Peter, ew, gross, Peter. Pickle's like, ew. And Sophie's like, before last year, WWE didn't want to do pay-per-views on Labor Day weekend, but thanks to AEW, that changed their mind. John's like, poutine, not Peter in Canada. I was like, what the fuck is a Peter? I'm like, that's nasty, dude. Gross, John. Pickle is like, wait, what are we talking about? Pancakes? It'd be nom nom. No, pancakes are not. Yeah, nom nom. Okay, pancakes smell delicious. They look good. And they do taste good. But they don't like me. Pancakes don't like me. So I don't eat pancakes. Waffles I can eat and not have
Oh,
problems.
there's some is.
Fridge toast.
My balls are awesome.
They're massive.
Oh,
not awesome.
massive.
It was like, there's no one named Peter in Canada. Just like, oh, he's like, I do like a pancake. Sophie says, I like the little thin pancakes.
Yeah. American freedom pancakes.
American freedom pancakes. with peanut butter on them. Syrup. Or berries and, what do you call that stuff? Powdered sugar.
Yeah. Powdered berry sugar. Acknowledge me.
Sophie's like, and then you have Raw on September 4th, 2023. Yeah, and you got SmackDown the Friday before. Oh, goody gumdrops. Murder myself in my sleep. Beagle's like, sing for me, D. Yeah, right, you guys. Films like Beagle personally, she's a great singer. Yeah,
she?
sure I am. Beagle says, how about a crepe and a smoke?
A crepe and a pancake?
Crepe. Then the little thin ones, the little thin pancakes. Sophie says, do you expect this Balor-Seth feud to extend past this weekend?
No.
Travis says no. It looks like I love waffles. I know, right? I don't know what it is about waffles. They're just so much better. And they have to be thin waffles. I don't really like the thick Belgian waffles like everybody else likes those. I'm not a big fan. I like the thinner waffles. So it was like they're up Carmelo Finn feud. They set up one. Yep. And John's like, sing us a tune, D. I don't have any tunes. I'll sing out a tune.
Would you stand up and walk out on her?
See? It was like thin pancakes, crepes. Pickles like waffles have lovely pockets of syrup holders. Yes, syrup holders.
She's going in.
I actually like my waffles to be very, very buttered and then put jam on them. I'm a freak.
Jam?
I am disgusting. Anyways, Ayla, they're just called thin pancakes or American Freedom pancakes. They are not called crepes. That's a disgusting French word. That's gross. Nobody likes that. So it was like, I'm guessing no India pay-per-view this year. I guess. Are we guessing? Do we know what's happening? John says a donut without a hole is a Danish. And Ayla's like, not true, John. True. Ayla's very correct in that assumption because she knows. She played with donuts a lot for years. And John laughs and he was like, random tea for the seriousness of the fact that you're wrong. And Ravi is now in the chat saying, yo, Ravi.
Yo.
Good to see you in here. Glad you're doing all right. How was work today? Film says, is it impossible that Seth might lose at Money in the Bank?
He could lose to a cash-in.
So I feel like this is a double negative in this sentence. Is it impossible that Seth Rollins might lose at Money in the Bank?
Is it impossible that he might
lose? Is it impossible that he might lose?
No, it is not impossible that he might lose. It's improbable that he loses.
English is fun.
But anybody can lose. I mean, he could break something.
I'm sorry. I know what you meant, but it was just hilarious. And I had to read it, so I'm like, what the fuck? And Sophie's like, there's your DIY reunion. Why are we doing it yourself reunion? And that's disgusting. Bagel says, why do bagels need holes? Anyone? Bueller? I don't know why.
So they can sell them.
Because you boil them and it makes them better? I don't know. John's like, true tea. And people's like, sing womanizer,
womanizer. Do they put holes in the middle of a donut so when they cook them, they cook evenly all the way around?
No, because you have donuts that don't have holes. So how does that work?
Because they're hollow.
Well, they're not hollow.
Yeah, they put juice in them.
No, they don't. The bars don't.
Yeah, but they're
your gross maple bars and chocolate bars. They don't have holes in them.
I guess. But they're thin. No, there's like a hole in the back.
No,
Isn't
there's
there?
not
Don't
a
they have,
hole.
like, a
There's
dent?
no hole.
I swear there's a dent.
There's no hole.
Anyways.
You're being a freak, and there's no
My
holes.
theory went away. It's fine.
It did.
Thought there was something cool about it, but there's not.
It's like because you boil them. Not sure why, but when I made homemade bagels, I learned that. Ravi says, I like my waffles, not to chat rubbish. Yeah, good. Bryce says, I don't know if Seth gets injured or what's a fancy word called if they're too injured to have to let go of the championship. I think it just depends on storyline purposes. So it was like, so Labor Day weekend won't be a holiday for you since you will be working 4 days in a row. I won't have a weekend because I have to do pay-per-views Saturday and Sunday night.
Yeah, that's what she just said.
I mean, the 4 days in a row thing, if it was just Friday and Monday, it's not that big of a deal. But because I have to do it Saturday and if it was just Saturday or just Sunday,
Hey, look,
it would be such a bad deal.
Champa.
But it's this way, guys. So I have to be here, right, to show my support for Travis, read the chat, and entertain all you guys into hating us enough to leave. But
Look from behind the mist.
That cuts my day to where I have to be here for my time at 5 o'clock. Sometimes 6. But for AEW, it'll be 4. So I don't have that much time to do anything, to like get involved in anything because I can't, because I have to do something else for 3 to 4 to 7 to 20 hours.
What do you usually do on those days?
You know what? There's a lot of stuff I do sometimes. And you should know because usually it's crap that needs to be done for you.
Yeah, crap.
Hey, Ciampa and Miz are having a fight, just so you guys know.
The match hasn't started.
I wonder if Ciampa's going to get broken again and he'll have to leave for another 8 months.
It could.
Sophie says I love French toast more than waffles. Me too. But I do like waffles. I don't know. It's kind of an even with that one. Except thin pancakes. Ravi's like, busy. Yeah? Work was busy? Yeah, I hear you. Bryce says, hello, Ravi. And Piccolo says, what up, Ravi? Bring your happy self in here. Harley says, I used to do butter and cinnamon sugar on my waffles. And Ayla says, I didn't play with donuts. Yeah, you fucking did. You, like, played with them. You're just like, ooh, donuts. And then played with them. Made them talk to each other and shit. You, like, made up all these stories with them. You, like, showed me all the videos. Seriously. I was a baker in a donut shop for 5-ish years. Yeah, that's called playing with donuts.
It's the definition of playing.
John says, there he is, you leprechaun, you. And films like impossible. Why did I say that in a sentence? It was funny.
Miz,
I'm sorry.
getting some payback.
I had to read it 3 times. It was so funny. Sophie's like, I love those mini donuts. Is it because you can fit 4 of them in your mouth at a time?
They call it the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship now. Mrr. Interrupting cow.
Mrr.
So I guess that match...
Mrr.
Maybe they
Moo.
cut that match short.
Moo.
Since there's no
Moo.
match now.
Sorry.
He's our friend. We don't care. We care. No, we don't care. We care? Okay.
Chaos.
Why did you do that?
We care? He hates him. He doesn't even like him. We care? Oh, shit. Yeah, why'd you do this? Such horrible things. They said so funnies.
No.
He learned nothing. That's just terrifying.
Should have learned something.
Rob is like, Bryce, yellow Piccolo's like, donut holes are great. Don't make me so fluffy. Sophie says, do you expect the winner of Money in the Bank cash in against Gunther or Theory instead?
No.
Why would they do something stupid? Nobody's going to play a Theory again. That's just stupid. John's, oh, like, Ayla, what do do to those donuts and the holes or no holes? Phone's like, Ravi, yo, bro, good to see you, man. Ravi's like, D, that's Cap. You have a choice. Laughing face. Oh, really? That's hilarious. Pickle's like, all this donut talk makes me want some Krispy Kreme. Sophie says, is it funny that Tony Khan haven't announced how you could watch that All-In show? Yeah, it's so funny.
That should be the main event. Sammy and Gunther.
He's like, what the hell is this about?
Just disrespect to the belt.
Basically. Ayla's like, no, the hole is literally just for looks and a donut. We made donuts without fillings.
Who's going to be his opponent?
Squares, rounds. We could fill a donut with a hole, too. Pickle's like, you ever have the opportunity to go to KK when the fresh donut sign is on? No, because we don't have one close enough to us. But I've heard people talk about, you can watch them go on their little, like, conveyor belt. It was like, technically, I made spud nuts, not donuts. Same thing, and you still played with them. John's like, yes, Cola, good stuff. Robbie's like, go on, D, doing things for Travis. Ew, gross. John's like, spud nuts, oh, you go, Ayla. And Ipiglo says, it's a beautiful moment, and you can get one right off the conveyor. It was like much better than a regular donut. Robbie says, crumpets are better, in my opinion, and it was like my only donut fans. I forgot about those days. See? People playing with donuts. Nasty. I would say, Ayla, you are a donut. So
who's Dominic going to wrestle? Who'd they pick for him?
I don't know. What's your guess?
Tozawa. Somebody, just nobody.
Oh, Tozawa isn't nobody. Give him a chance, Travis. Tozawa's a somebody. To someone somewhere.
The Dana Brooke of the men.
Oh my God, leave him alone.
Johnny Gargano.
I would say Matt Riddle, but you know.
No, he's too good.
Is he though? I feel like he's not.
For Dominic?
I don't feel like he's anything.
For Dominic?
You're Dominic.
That's kind of a dick move. Who, do you know Bubba Watson bought a Dukes of Hazzard car?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, there's only 2 left from the series. And he has one. He owns one. They can't drink it now. Straw.
Put a straw in it, you bitch. You forgot to bring straws.
You brought umbrellas.
But not the straw.
So if it struck him out. Now he's got to throw him out.
AEW and WWE book pay-per-views over Labor Day weekend. Why couldn't they book them like a couple weeks after Labor Day? Ayla says, I can make an eclair right now. For real, though. Ooh. Like, just right now. Just, like, off the top of your head. Pickle's like, Ravi, stop. What bloody hell is a crumpet? A crumpet? Crumpets. He's got the crumpets. A crumpet? I can tell you exactly what a crumpet is, you guys.
Do it.
So, it's not quite the same, but it's close to what we have as an English muffin.
Isn't a crumpet in England? So an English muffin would be a crumpet because...
Okay, it's not, though. It's not.
Do they have English muffins?
The reason why I'm saying it's like it is because when you open up an English muffin, you know how it has all those crevices in it?
Okay.
Right? So when you make a crumpet, you actually make them and you cook them in a pan. So you have like these, you know how I got those things for eggs where you just have separate ones and you can make them in the pan itself? Mm-hmm. So you have these things and you put your like batter in there. And it cooks so far, and then after it cooks so high up, because it'll raise, like a pancake almost, you take that off, and then it'll raise the rest of it, and it cooks in the pan. So you put it in a pan. But when you open it up, it has all these little air pockets in it. So it looks like, on the inside, it looks almost like an English muffin. But it's not as dense as an English muffin. And they're actually, what I heard, is they're better if you make them by, like at home, not buy, like, crumpets in a package. And they're better if you toast them or warm them up and put butter on them.
Do it.
I have looked into making crumpets, actually. I have actually looked at the stuff before.
Does it tastes like cake?
No, it tastes like bread.
What's an English muffin?
The thing that's on the McMuffin that you get from McDonald's.
I was thinking those things with the blueberries at the gas station.
No.
What are those? They're a muffin.
Muffins. Those are just cake, like cake, kind of.
Yeah.
But they're different. Muffins have more sugar in them than like cake, and so they're like more.
I get it.
Fluffy, but not fluffy. I don't know how to explain. Spongy. Have more of a spongy texture. But yeah.
Ugh.
Ravi likes crumpets because they're not sweet. That's why. Because they're just not as sweet.
Do you butter them?
Yes. You butter them. Like, so you make them and then you butter them and like you toast them and butter them. But if they're fresh out of the pan, you don't toast them because they're already cooked. And so you just open them up, put butter on them. And you can put like honey and stuff like that on them if you want to, or jam.
What's that?
But most of the people don't. They just eat them without.
Who is it? It's Tazawa.
It is Tazawa. You're funny. So Travis got it right.
Boom. Well, you
It's
said somebody
Tazawa.
big and good. And I'm like, who's the smallest guy on the roster?
So funny. It was like, Ravi, you jealous again? And John's like, spotted tea and crumpets while I watch the telly. So he's like, what do you do after Raw's done? I go to bed.
She goes home. And then what do?
I don't know what the fuck you do.
I'll probably, well, I watched Collision last night. Never mind. I was going to say I should probably watch Collision, but I think I already did.
Go to bed. Ravi says, yeah, if you Ayla all the time, Ayla's like crumpets. I think it's like a dry biscuit, like a 4-day-old Thanksgiving biscuit. Poor little guy, Ravi. Sorry. John's like, ever have a cannoli? And Ayla says, I spelled the biscuit wrong. Whatever. It sounds stupid anyways. People's like, yes, cannolis are not too shabby, but too many would definitely make me fluffy. John says, that's what the hole is for on donut fans. Oh my God. Ravi's like, D always obsessed with condom. I wasn't even talking about him. People's like, bro, Grimace used to scare me as a child. Now has B-Day commercials. Go away, purple creep. Oh God. Poor Pickles has his trauma from childhood happening. It's like real. It's like, oh my God. Why is he on the TV? No.
Yeah, I never liked the McDonald's cartoon guys. None of them. Not even Ronald Reagan or Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald.
He was creepy too.
They're all fucking creepy.
The one that like the Hamburglar and shit.
The Hamburglar. He's like stealing your burgers and crap. Sophie says, sometimes after Raw, I watch random stuff. Ayla's like, I don't actually have the ingredients for eclairs, but I could if I did. And a babysitter or something. John's like, I watch random stuff too, Sophie. Wink.
Oh, that was a hit. That landed in.
Oh, God. Sophie says there is another Italian pastry, but I forget the name of it. It's like, wow, Sophie really like what? And Pico's like, Ayla, don't encourage. John's like, brown chicken, brown cow, singing. Ayla's like, Sophie, John is winking at you. It was like, I like Hulu stuff. It was like, Fat Lisa, I have to. And John's like, got something in my eye. It was like super neato, Sophie. Pico's like, oh, John is in incognito mode. It was like, John is in Sophie's heart. Pickles.
Thumb up top.
I want to
5-star
so
frog.
talk about racy things.
It's over. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, poor Tazawa.
145.
Poor guy. Just being used for nothing. Harley says, I always thought they'd cramp it was like a biscuit. A crumpet? Tea and crumpets?
It sounds like a biscuit.
In America, it's like a biscuit. It's kind of like a biscuit. Robbie says, question, you have a dinner party and can invite any 4 guests of your choice. Who you inviting and why?
Is it all time or like they have to be alive now?
I don't have anybody I'd want to invite.
4 people that you could hang out with?
I don't know. I don't like people. My mom, we could bring her back.
What's I said? Does it have to be alive or dead?
Dead or alive? Robbie, as people ask. That's a good question because that needs to be known. It was like racy things like NASCAR. Yes. You know that they only turn left. Robbie says I haven't eaten crumpets for a good few years. Is it because you don't want to make them fresh? I heard that that's the reason why people don't eat them is because the packaged ones are disgusting.
Trish.
Harley says, congratulations, Travis, on getting it right. You won a prize. What did he win? What did you get right?
What did I get right?
I don't know.
Oh, the Tazawa.
Oh, Tazawa. Robbie's like, what, you, D, and Travis don't live together? Wow. So I have an elderly parent that is alone. And so I spend most of my nights out there with my dad.
She stays here on the weekends.
So I kind of live in both places. I am a hobo. But, you know, that's the way it goes. People's like, ha ha ha, correct. Ronald Reagan is a creep. Feels like more like Hot Wheels. Ooh. It was like left? Or is it right, Ayla? I don't know. Can they not turn right? What, do they always turn left? Do they always turn right? Which one? I thought it was left.
Who?
NASCAR.
They always go left.
There you go. Harley says, put SpongeBob SquarePants home. Go to bed. Pico says, I get it. Robbie's like, anyone of your choice. Oh, dead or alive. So it could be anybody of your choice. My 4 guests will be just my mom. That's it. How long do I get her for? Do I have enough time? How long does the dinner party get to last?
That's a tough one because I don't know if I'd want to do that because then you have to remiss them all over again. That'd be a tough one.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
Hence why I don't want to invite anybody. I'll just have dinner by myself.
Well, I'd invite old people like George Washington because that'd be a good conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Nikola Tesla.
Could you imagine if you had George Washington come to a dinner party and the whole conversations would be talking to him about the mysteries of your home? Alexa, turn on the lights. Poor guy. Be terrible.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla would be a nice one to hang out with because you could learn a lot. Leonardo da Vinci. Those 2. And then who would be the third? Oh, I get 4, so there'd be 5 of us.
Ayla's like, I don't know. And John's like, left Twix or right Twix? They're the same. People's like, he was like, who is this Alexa you're talking to? Right? All the things, weird things happening in your house. Pretty sure it wouldn't be like when they come alive in the museum, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, oh, this is cool.
I could meet with him in a shed or something. I don't give a shit.
No. I meant like night at the museum. Mm-hmm. Like when they have like the historical figures come alive.
I get them.
And they don't know anything.
Oh, where it's not really them.
Well, I understand it's not really them, but I'm just saying like they don't, like George Washington isn't going to know about like.
Modern days?
Yeah.
Oh, of course not. That's not what I would want to talk to him about. Although I already kicked him out.
I'm just saying that it would be a lot of questions about that. You know what I mean? Like with Nikola Tesla, at least he's in an era where modern things were happening, and it would be like, oh my God, that's how far it's went. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, that would be like, you know, interesting kind of thing, but. Pico says this big box showing moving pictures. How odd, right? It was like, right, Twix for sure tastes better. Have Abraham Lincoln. He gets all PTSD because he sees you're showing him a video, but he thinks about back to when he was
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do Lincoln.
Murdered in his head.
I don't think he'd be in my top 10.
No,
I mean, he might be in my top 100, but he wouldn't be in my top 10.
I only said it because of P. Cole saying this big box showing moving pictures. How odd, because he was assassinated.
Is her bra sticking out the bottom?
Yeah, it's on top of her shirt. Maybe it is her shirt. Because he was assassinated at a play. So that's what I was saying. It might be weird for him. Anyways.
So I got 2. Well, it's Einstein.
Ella says White Twix for sure tastes better.
And
John's like, I agree.
And then probably somebody old like Buddha or Christ. Or somebody, the Enlightenment guys. There's another guy that was in China at the time. But I wouldn't be able to talk to him. Confucius.
Right.
But the problem is I wouldn't be able to have a conversation with him. So, I mean, we'd be like, he's like, what's that box you have in your hand? It's like, don't worry about it. I'm translating every word you're saying. Translate. I think Becky needs to win that because she hasn't won it, and I think it would help her with her legacy. But it's not set up for her to win.
No.
Not with
not
Trish.
with Trish being
and
in
that
it.
other girl in that.
Anyways, we have all the money in the bank ladies out there, by the way, is what they're doing right now. Pico says, in a bag of ice pops, which flavor would you grab first and second?
Usually red.
Blue. Usually it's blue, and then probably green, and then orange. And I throw the grape ones away because they're disgusting. And the cherry ones are like, maybe. I was like, would you risk it for a chocolate biscuit? Risk what? What are we risking for a chocolate biscuit?
It just rhymes, probably.
Film says, is there a promo time?
It
Sure,
is.
they're talking right now, sweetie. All the ladies that are going to be in the thing. In the ladies' money in the bank. He says, I had to cut Indigo's hair. Just the top of her head. She smashed the slime concoction that her cousin made into her hair, and I couldn't get it out. I tried everything.
Even Coca-Cola?
Even Coca-Cola? You tried Coca-Cola on it?
Because Coca-Cola will eat most anything.
Ooh, bacon bowls. People says, I always love the grape and the green. Bryce says, okay, guys, it's time for me to go. I'll see you guys later on Wednesday. Have a great day. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Wednesday. He looks like Cherry. Film's like, bye, Bryce. Take care. It looks like Ravi, a biscuit to you is not a biscuit to us. A chocolate biscuit sounds awful. I know he meant a cookie, Ayla. Film's like, Bailey, wow, she looks so good in her tank top. Ugh. You know what's funny is they're all doing their thing. If you were Becky, I think I'd just leave.
She's got her back. Well, she's facing him now. She had her back. The crowd's just chanting Becky.
It was like I tried everything but Coca-Cola next time. I already cut it. No. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's a miracle.
I'm surprised that you couldn't find something online for them to give you ideas of what to use.
Peanut butter
I'm sure
works
she tried
good
it.
with
I'm sure she
gum.
Yeah, but slime's different, right?
But Coca-Cola will get gum out in a heartbeat.
You know, I'm trying to think because when you make slime, right?
Yeah.
You use...
Elmer's glue.
Well, you use glue, but you use solution, contact solution to make it, right? Usually. Some of it. Maybe not all of it, but some of it.
Yeah.
Unless it's... What's the other one? Shaving cream.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Why can't you use that same thing to dilute it down? Because it makes it thinner or not as sticky.
Right.
Why wouldn't you use the same thing? Anyways, Robbie says getting through 3 hours of Raw, that's what you're
Oh,
risking.
shit.
Yes. Robbie
It's a
says,
melee.
no, not cookies, a chocolate digestive biscuit. Yeah, it's like a cookie. It's a shortbread type thing. It's a cookie. It's not a very sweet cookie, but it's a cookie. John says, I would invite John Madden, Pete Rose, Mickey Mantle, and my dad.
There you go.
Yeah, but, you know, I kind of agree with Travis on that whole, like, parent thing that you've lost. Like,
It would just be hard because you'd have to miss
you'd
them
have
again.
to say goodbye. But in a way, maybe it would be a better goodbye.
I don't, whatever.
Because you'd be able to say things that you didn't get to say.
Right. I always talk to myself when they're dying. It'd be different if they died like that, you know. But I always like know when somebody's dying usually, and so I make sure I say everything I have to say. Like, is there anything that I would be regretting in this situation?
Right.
Because I think that way. I also think how I'm going to handle it. Like, and I'm like, okay, they used to handle it. Like, dudes have held their best friends dying in their arms in war. I should be able to handle somebody passing away on drugs in a bed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no.
She got her shoe. The chunkula, whatever.
Chonkla? She got her chonkla.
Get it, Becky.
It's like I felt awful last night. The more things I tried, it make it worse. I tried peanut butter. I tried oil, almost everything. So it was homemade slime. And apparently her mom has no idea what she put in it. But I think it was not Elmer's glue. John says, exactly. Way better. See you later. Not goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it'd be different. I don't know.
Yeah, they just have the 6 women still.
Wonder if you had them come back and they were completely disappointed that you chose them.
It was somewhere else.
Robbie's like, oh, it's not the same thing a cookie to a digestive. Yes, it is. It's the same thing.
Why is Hayes up? Get him, Corbin.
We know it's not a cracker, Robbie, so.
Oh, he's on. He's going to wrestle tonight.
It's a cookie. Oh, God, why?
This is dumb.
Is it because he's fighting him tomorrow? Oh, because he fought him last Tuesday?
Well, he's fighting tonight. Tomorrow night.
Oh.
Corbin?
Seth is?
No, he went down and fought Braun Baker.
Oh, that guy. That's right.
I mean, Finn better win that.
Okay, dude, it's pretty sad when you're almost the same height as the girl who's interviewing you.
Yeah,
you're pathetic, and nobody should want you to be on their team.
well, he's terrible at promos.
So it's like SummerSlam will be the first WWE pay-per-view. That AEW Saturday show will go head to head. Ayla says, Ravi, it's the same thing. We don't speak UK. Jeez. And films like Picola.
Emporium.
Who do you
Is
think
that
should
the-
win in the women's Money in the Bank?
Is this the Gunther Sammy match?
I guess. Little Kaiser. Harley says, thanks for the laugh tonight. Kind of needed it. Hope everybody has a wonderful night. It will do, Harley. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. John's like, why are these so-called stars going back to NXT?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know why I read that so weird, but I did.
No. Just read it English. I don't know. Next. I think he's wrestling Sammy. That's weird.
Whoa, what is her face?
What's wrong with her face?
I don't know. Trish Stratus's eyes are too far apart. She looks weird.
Like a hammerhead shark.
Oh my god. She's so creepy looking.
You don't look her in the eyes. You look at her in the boobs.
It's because you can't look her in the eye. You're going like, which eye do I look at?
Just look at one of them. I have a couple friends that I have to do that, like just kind of look right at their forehead. Because I can't look at their eyes because I don't know where they're looking. So it's like...
Is it because they have a lazy eye, though?
Are you talking to me? 'Cause you're kind of looking over there. Just don't know what eye to look at. So I just smile and look at their forehead and glance in their eyes every once in a while, but I make sure I look away really quick. Like, hi, and smile, and then we'll talk to their children or husband or whatever, or wife or whoever.
Robbie's like, Illa, you seem clueless. And Pickle says to film, he doesn't really care, honestly. Money in the Bank is played out. Harley says, yes, we'll be here Wednesday. Awesome, Harley. Illa says, poor Bobby. Sophie's like, do you expect Steve Austin to show up on WWE TV at some point?
I have a question for you.
What?
You have to answer honestly.
Oh, God. Ew. No. Nope.
Yep.
Nope. This isn't Truth or Dare.
Have you ever, and this goes for anybody in the chat, have you ever seen your neighbors bring in groceries?
Yes. I have. I can honestly say yes.
Okay.
The neighbors across the street. I saw her and him bringing groceries one time. I actually saw him at the grocery store.
Right. So the question...
And these neighbors, I never saw him bring the groceries in, but I saw the neighbors over here.
At a grocery store.
At the grocery store, too.
But you never saw him bring it in.
But I never saw him bring groceries in because I don't, stock them.
Right.
But the other ones I saw because they came home.
So the rumor is that we're in a simulation. And the reason we don't see our neighbors bring in their groceries is because it's just not important in the simulation. Like, it just doesn't... Like, it's not important to you. But if you have seen them do it, it means that you've interacted with them in the past. So now they're part of your story in the simulation.
Right.
So the question is, have you ever seen a stranger bring in groceries?
Yes, I have seen people take groceries into their houses.
Okay.
Did it not work out how you hoped it would?
Well, I don't know if you're telling the truth.
I am. For sure. About the neighbor. Because I saw him. Take him out of her trunk of her car. And they took him into the house.
Smack. Oh, yes. Smack.
La, 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 la.
Dun, 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 dun. Shaving a pancake.
And a pancake? Shaving a pancake, huh? We're shaving a pancake, everybody. We're shaving that pancake. Just so you know. Oh, let's see.
2 bits.
2 bits with a shave and a pancake. Pickle says, hello, can't unsee Hammerhead Trish now. John says, don't get short with us, Robbie. Robbie says, just you don't know much on other cultures and live under a rock. Pickle's like, cold-blooded Travis. Sophie's like, how is everybody liking this week's Raw so far?
It's okay. Hasn't been a lot of matches. We're less than 15 minutes into wrestling.
Ooh,
like
threats.
this whole time so far, there hasn't been 15 minutes of wrestling yet. We had a 145, a 122, or a 127, and a 1045.
Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
It'd be a fun little rivalry. I mean, hopefully Becky would win, but I don't need that title. The title
Pickle's
needs
like,
me. I don't read the script. Script reads me.
cold-blooded Travis.
I don't read script. Script reads me.
Piccola said, cold-blooded Travis. Sophie says, how is everybody liking this week's Raw so far? I read that already. Ayla says, Indy hears me say poor thing all the time when they're sad now. Whenever someone is sad, she says, oh, he's so poor. I love it when they misconstrue and say weird things. It's so cute. Rob is like, John with better jokes than Eddie Murphy. Ayla's like, Ravi, what culture? Chocolate dinner rolls. Barrel's like, yeah, on both sides. Sophie says, do you think the more and more Vince is back, it might draw fans away from watching? No. Ravi says, Ayla, enjoy. Ayla's like, beans on toast culture, little people problems culture, beige Chinese food culture. Sophie says, how much was the pay-per-view last night? Free. Just kidding, I don't know.
They're
like $50 or $60.
Yeah, it's $49.99.
Robbie says, Ayla, what's your point? And Pico's like, I may have seen strangers get pizza delivered to their home. I've seen that. Does that count?
No.
Nah, probably not.
No, because pizza might matter to you in your simulation.
Is it groceries? Ayla says, I'm asking what culture. Sophie says, you could sit through a 4 or 5 hour AEW pay-per-view. You could sit through a 3-hour Raw.
That's true. Every time there's an AEW pay-per-view, the next night, the Raw goes by way fast. You wouldn't sit through the whole thing. You played video games.
So it's like Rhea versus Becky. They hinted at that before, like months ago. John says, all of a sudden, Ravi is a sir or a duke. You see? Pico's like, God bless. Will this show ever end? Oh, Pico, you got another fucking hour of this garbage.
Yeah, and this is
8 minutes.
And this should be the main event, I would assume. It must going to be ending funny.
Is this the main event?
Yeah, they're going to last an hour and 15 on this.
Oh, sweet.
No.
Damn it. John's the message retracted. Ravi's message trying. It was like, obviously, Ravi, this is America. How was your weekend? And it was like, oh, you deleted your crap comment, Ravi. So it was like, so 8 matches for Money in the Bank. Wonder how long that pay-per-view is going to be, since it is going to be on a lot earlier.
It's not going to be on earlier where they're at.
Okay,
it's
Sophie.
Starting at 8 o'clock where they are.
It's going to last the exact same amount of time as all the other pay-per-views of WWE, no matter what time of the day it starts.
3.
No matter what time of the day it starts, it's going to last approximately 3 hours. You'll be able to go out or order in your pizza when it's over, because it's in the middle of the afternoon. You will be able to go out with your friends.
Yeah, you're lucky. You got it at, 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
So you're going to be, 6 o'clock when it's over?
Ours is 1.
Yeah, 1 to 4.
Which isn't too bad, I guess.
I'll take it.
I'll take it too. Robbie says, Ayla, so from your clever logic, you expect every country to have the same food as the USA. Ayla, that seems clever. It was like, oh, there's the crap comment, Robbie. Sophie says, it'll be interesting what Money in the Bank is going to open the show and which one is going to be the co-main event. People says, oh, not happening. I'm flipping to the damn Bachelorette. It's like the exact same food with the exact same ingredients because they all grow in the exact same place. You are nuts. He says, Ayla, you're the type to peel an orange and eat the pill instead. And he goes like, shoot me in the freaking face. So it was like, wonder if the AEW Saturday show is going to be taped whenever they go head to head with a WWE pay-per-view or whatever other sport.
I'm going to say no. I think they'll just do it live.
Ayla's like, Ravi, can you afford an orange? Sophie says, have you guys ever watched Master Chef or Top Chef? No.
No.
Never seen any of those.
Oh, hey, it's that Da Vinci's coming down to the ring.
Ayla's like, it's funny, Ravi's fired up at me for saying the biscuit is cookie. Someone needs a nap. He probably does, Ayla. It's like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, poor guy. And Ravi's like, Ayla, you're douche. Okay, it's you are a douche, not your douche.
Oh my God. So I was watching, no, listen to this. I was watching a movie and they were talking about somebody, it was Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
What?
And the one said that he's a feminine hygiene product.
Are you saying
Yeah,
the Buffy
hurry
we've been
up.
watching?
Hurry up.
That was my only question.
Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
So, anyways, he says that he's a feminine maybe it was Big Bang Theory. Anyways, feminine hygiene product. And he said, yeah, it's probably the bag. And Kenna was in the kitchen, and she's with her boyfriend. And she just looks at me like, they're for women? I thought they were for gays to clean their butt. So she
Douches?
thought a douche was for gay guys to clean their butts out.
Your teachers are this shit. Okay, what's even more funny is your mom's in the medical field for fuck's sake.
She's like, well, why would a woman need it?
Well, they don't. They shouldn't.
And I'm like, Kenna, I was like, I'm not the person to talk to about it. Like,
Ask your mom.
right? Like, I don't even know what to say.
Ask Talitha. She'll tell you.
Like, well,
There's people that
Mom, can I
sometimes
ask
think
you an intimate question? Isn't that the
they
commercials?
have.
Do you douche? Remember?
Yes, I remember those commercials. Do you douche?
Mom,
No,
can I ask
it's
you a
bad
personal
for you.
question?
Don't do
douche?
it, ladies. It's the
Yes,
worst thing.
Yes, I douche. You're like, I was a little kid, so I used to say it all the time. Can I ask you a personal question? Do you douche? I was like 7.
Were you asking just anybody, or were you just asking specifically girls?
It was just people in my family.
Oh, ask you a personal.
We were like a small family. We all lived in one house. Like, not a small family, big family. We lived in one house.
Right.
And there was 3 families that lived there.
Oh, you're talking about when you were in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so there was endless people to
And lots of girls.
talk to. Yeah, there
Lots
was plenty
of girls.
of women.
There wasn't one boy. Was there a boy?
Me.
Besides you?
No, I was out. I was the only boy.
Yeah, because John didn't have any boys. They all had girls, didn't they?
The 3 daughters, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Bill had Suzanne, and he did have a son, but William wasn't there.
Right.
'Cause he disowned William because of the car wreck, which is just disgusting to me.
Something he can help himself
It was
to
him
be.
and his wife's fault. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it destroyed his brain. He was born normal. He was a normal kid.
Yeah, that's sad.
And then they got in a car wreck while they were drinking. Mm-hmm. And then he was ejected from the car, and it
Bonked his brain.
tore half of his head off. Huh. And he lived, but he's retarded or whatever you call it. Mentally ill. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, his brain don't work.
He has a brain injury that
Yeah.
caused significant damage that made him not normal.
Right. And so they basically put him in a home.
Yeah.
And the family was just so weird about him. Even David was weird about him. Like, oh, William's here.
Did he die?
No, William's still alive.
He's still alive?
He lives in
Wow.
a home somewhere.
Does anybody know where? It's kind of weird.
I'm sure somebody does. Brandon worked it with him.
Oh, that's right. I remember Brandon talked about that. That's right.
But he should be Bill's heir, not Anthony.
Anthony.
Anthony killed his son, murdered him, went to prison, and now he's out and he has all the property now.
Oh, he's out?
Yeah, he kicked John out.
Oh.
That's why John went to Utah. I don't know if John's still alive. He could be dead.
Huh.
I guess he was doing really bad about a month ago.
Huh.
I don't know who to talk to. Anyway. We got Sami Zayn in there with Gunther. Should be a pretty good match.
Oh, my God.
Stop.
Now murder him with murder. Murder.
Kill him with murder.
Murder. Murder. Murder, 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 murder.
Murder was a case that they gave me. Oh.
Get him.
This game's well over.
My God, right?
It's 14-3.
It's the top of the 8th. My God, just give up already. Can they forfeit the
LSU.
game? Just
Wow.
give up the game. Just give up. Guys, so just give up. Go cry in the corner.
2-0.
It was like, I guess, Robbie in films like Mizzy, Travis Hill, winner, our degenerate match, Chelsea Green or Trish Stratus or Aaliyah. Chelsea Green. Pico is like, go on. It was like, you're A. Robbie's like, I love you, the teacher. John's like, nice,
Oh,
Robbie,
hit him.
show that culture. It was like, it's such a nice culture, John. And Sophie says, I could see John Cena pop up on WWE TV again. He's in London, England, filming some movie right now.
Dun, 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 dun.
And Pico's like, moving along. Sophie says, we do DoorDash or that Walmart thing for groceries almost every week. And Film's asking a question, and Sophie says, and we are at the end of hour 2. Ayla says, I think I hurt his feelings. He's so poor. I was like, Ayla, did you shave your kid's hair all off to get the slime out? Ayla, you're funny. Tell
Flat
us some
top?
more jokes. It was like, no, I didn't shave it. I just cut it really short on top. Sad day. Poor kid.
Give her a high top fade.
Give her a high top. Give her a mullet. Give her a goddamn mullet. Film's like, nice pick, Misty and Travis. And Chris says, hey, guys. Hey, Chris. How's it going, man? How you doing? How was your weekend? Says, hey, guys, were you all fans of Osprey versus Omega, or you hated it? Travis?
Neither. I didn't hate it. I just didn't like how long it went.
I played a video game.
You weren't even
And I
here.
left.
Yeah.
I played a video game for some of it.
True.
And then I left for the
I
rest
think
of
you
it.
showered or something.
I
Yeah,
did.
you did. So you didn't watch it. You were in the shower when that match was
Video
on.
gamed, showered, and left. I saw a little bit of it, and I left, so I didn't have to see anymore. It was like, yeah, Grandpa wouldn't let me be alone with William ever.
Yeah, they were all weird about him.
Was he weird? Ayla, did he try to hurt you or something?
No, he
I'm pretty
wouldn't.
sure he didn't. He was probably just not there. He's probably like a child, I would
Yes.
think.
Just like about an 8-year-old.
Yeah. Poor kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's disgusting. And he wouldn't understand.
Yeah, he wouldn't know. Nothing.
Oh, he didn't get it.
He totally got out of that. Chris Gunther versus Sammy should be a 5-star match, but this isn't WWE, so this will be short. Hasn't been too short.
It's already been long.
Longer than most of the other ones that we've had.
Gunther, 5-star frog splash off the top. Sammy kicks out again.
Sophie says, what do you mean by delivery? Chris says, the fact that Gunther versus Dragunov is still best match in WWE Modern Era speaks volumes. That was the only match equated to an AEW match.
Did you really like that match? Are you talking about the first one when Gunther won?
Is that big-headed weird guy?
No. I don't know if you know who the Dragunov guy is.
Isn't he tiny like a little person?
He's smaller. Yeah, he looks like
A little person?
the guy off Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the kid. I'm a different elf.
With a big head? Because he has a big
I
head.
don't think he has a big head, but I don't think of him as a big head. You're thinking of that Devlin guy or whatever.
The shit, dude. We
Just
watched
go
that.
with it.
My brother had seen it before. We hadn't seen it forever. So when we went out there for Father's Day, we watched it with my dad.
Just go with it.
They couldn't stop laughing at that show.
It's over. Sammy just lost clean.
Wow, Sammy lost? Wow.
Gunther.
Gave the win to Gunther? Dang, nice.
What did I
should
say?
be.
I said something. Remember?
You said that
Do
something.
you remember what I said?
What was it?
I said Sami Zayn isn't going to be the same once he leaves the bloodline.
Yeah, he's garbage.
I said once he leaves the bloodline, it's over for him.
And a garbage
And
shoot.
he left the bloodline, and
Kevin's like, I'm going to
just
totally
lost.
take you on too.
people wanted this guy to be world champion. Remember, like, oh, he needs to unthrone. Remember?
Hey, look, the dude's out there.
Yeah, I told you that.
Dante
Before-
Kremlin, dude.
I told you, Kremlin. Yes, the Kremlin. It's Da Vinci or whatever. Oh, he just got knocked out by a knee. Oh, swung that bat like Barry Bonds. He's attacking Gunther because he knows he can't beat him at the pay-per-view.
Right? That's
So
true.
he's trying to weaken him up a little bit before the
Yeah.
pay-per-view. It's not going to work. Gunther just beat the guy that people wanted to dethrone Roman Reigns on a Monday Night Raw as a mid-card fight.
Bacon!
Exactly, bacon.
Bacon. Yeah, what a loser face that's Sammy.
That's tough.
That's pretty gay and lame at the same time, which is the same thing and means all the same things. What you doing?
That game's over.
Oh, is it over?
Mm-hmm.
It's the bottom of the 8th.
Oh, I thought it was over. They were showing stuff on the...
Oh, well, it's over. It's just not over. It's over.
Well, they were had an ESPN
14-3. I'm pretty sure it's done.
Why do you act like you know? There's still 3 outs left.
I don't know anything.
Here they come, the 3 outs. Or is it the bottom of the 8th?
It's the bottom of the 8th.
Okay, so there's 6 outs left. There's 6 outs away. I'm a top talent. If you have to say you're a top talent,
Then you're not a top talent.
probably
If
not a
you
top
have to
talent.
say you're cool, then you're not cool.
I'm so cool. No. Said no one cool has ever said I'm cool.
People's like, yeah, if Gunther faced Zayn on a takeover. Sophie says this would have been the main event if it was a 2-hour show. People's like, I'm still rocking my mullet. Ravi says, why do people fangirl over after John Cena? People's like, gonna have to change the haircut soon. Chris says, had to get new plates because some asshat stole it, but already got new plates, so I'm happy, and also got some great baseball cards, like a Trout Chrome card, an Otani variants.
Somebody stole your license plate?
Like your plates off your vehicle? Like plates? What the fuck is wrong with Texas?
Yeah, people do that. At
People's
least they didn't steal your stickers. Oh, wait, they did, because they stole the plate, too.
People's like,
Hey, he just hit a
Danielson
home run.
Okada was amazing.
That's not how you get a rally started, Florida. You don't hit a home run, you hit a single. It's a boop, bloop, blast.
Boop, 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 bloop, bloop, bloop.
Not
let's
blast.
see. Pickle says Danielson Okada was amazing. Ravi says, I didn't watch AEW, saw that your mate Brian Danielson was on it, so I decided not to watch. Yeah, me too. I didn't watch it either, so. Chris says, also got this super pack where you get a collector's pin. Got an Aaron Judge pin.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
He was like, I actually really don't remember William much at all. He was weird. You could tell he was disabled.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he lost half of his head. Or his brain.
Yeah, he had a
His
metal
scalp.
plate on the one side of
Poor
his head.
guy. That's sad. Poor kid. Chris says, no big head is JD McDonough. Down now. Dog. Doe. McDoe. I don't know how to say his
I love
last
when
name.
the cat gets off of his thing. He hits your chair, and the whole chair just rocks back and forth violently.
Yeah, because it's jerk face. Chris says that, and Sophie says, what show would be a great one to show family members to get them into watching wrestling? Oh, God.
What you got to do is watch wrestling when they're there. Just watch it live. They will watch it. They will seriously watch it with you. It's crazy. Wrestling has this weird draw on whoever watches it. But people won't stick around and watch it if they just turn it there by accident. But if you're there and you know anything about the sport and you start talking to them about it, they get really interested in it because it's a soap opera. Women watch soap operas. Dudes watch wrestling, which is a soap opera. It's also a sport. The only ones that don't really care about it are the ones that are really stuck in the way that it's fake, yet they'll watch Avatar because it's real, I guess. And that one blows my mind. It's like, oh, but you'll go watch.
It's the type of entertainment I'm not interested in. Like, other shows are more entertaining for me.
Right. I'm just saying that it's interesting. If it's on, people will watch it.
Right.
Because there's action, there's acting, and there's drama.
Let's see, it was like I was really young last time I remember seeing him. And Chris says Dragunov is Russian guy sometimes wear weird contacts in his eyes. Those like Piccolo, Mami, or Raquel. Chris says this is a hot take. Kevin Owens is starting to give me Eddie Kingston vibes, aka fake tough guy syndrome.
Yeah.
Pickle's like, I'm messing with Twitch film. And Ravi says, Gunther's so boring. Sophie says, whenever you do become full-time YouTubers, do you have a dream collab partner?
Nope. There'll be no collabing.
Chris says, if Gunther beats Sammy, that means Gunther can beat Roman. Ravi says, what value does Gunther have as a heel champ? Ayla says, when are you guys going full-time? When I die. Film's like, bye, Misty and Travis. See you for Money in the Bank pay-per-view live stream. God bless America, women, and all that fun stuff. Okay, well, we'll be here Wednesday and Friday, Film, if you can join us. We'll see you then, hopefully. Sophie says, Carmelo on Raw Wrestling. Interesting. This is a chance to see what he does on the main roster. Film's
Fact.
like, bye, peace out. And Chris says, oh, Mello versus Swerve Scott. Who wins? Oh, God.
Swerve, I would hope. I like Swerve.
Ayla's like, I'm the nice guy, red flag. Robbie says Dee would love to do WG full time for her love of wrestling. Film's like, bye, Piccola. Thank you for playing with me. Love you. Bye. Sophie says, usually for the go home shows, we normally don't see that much wrestling on the show. And Ayla says, full time, I want to see you sleeping. Oh, creep. That's kind of creepy. Robbie's like, oh, Ayla thinking this big brother. Sophie says it'll be interesting who defeats Gunther for the IC championship. Is like, right, I get it as an adult, but I was like 8 last time I saw him, but that was before Jeanette moved to Washington.
Right.
Pico says, call me Chris Shorts, have me through the last hour. Her shorts aren't as good as they used to be. She's gotten off track on doing some of her stuff, and so they're just weird now.
Who?
That Call Me Chris. She's the one that did all those little Russian and like the little kids and like those skits and stuff.
I didn't know that was her name, but I know who you're talking about. The little blonde. She's a blonde girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's the one where she had Chad and he had the van and he called it something. She was like, you can't call it that. I can't remember
It's this the girl.
Yes.
The little hands.
With the little hands. He uses the little hands. Yeah. I don't know where, I mean, I know she has some mental problems and stuff like that.
Well, I know she got a boyfriend, and that probably. threw it off a
Maybe.
little bit,
I
too.
don't know about that part. I just know that she has
Hey.
ED issues, eating disorder issues, and she has a whole bunch of mental problems and like anxiety and like all this other stuff. And her other problem is she's in Canada.
She just
so.
pulled her straps off of her.
She's
tits
like, I
and
need you to
around.
see my boobs more.
It's actually hilarious. There, she's doing it there. It's what's her name, isn't it? Reckoning.
Maybe. Robbie says, no one I know would choose to watch wrestling if they didn't in the past. Chris says, so weird because yesterday people's streams were praising Swerve Scott, saying he's the ring genius. Obviously not if he's not being pushed.
He
They
just
even
got beat
want
by
him to be
somebody
world
on
champ.
Saturday. He got beat by one of the Japanese guys. Like,
Oh,
just a
not surprising.
silly loss.
Sophie says, I feel like the third hour of Raw most weeks is no reasons for it. Piccolo says, oh no, my YouTube crashed. God damn it. Sophie says, what video game did you play? I played Diablo 2.
Yeah, she doesn't like the Diablo 5 or whatever. 4.
Sophie says, is this going to be a full-time call-up for Carmelo? No.
No,
So
he's
this
the
is
champion.
The only way I could see Raw go back to 2 hours at this point depends on what network buys them. Pickle's like, I agree. Robbie says, Dee, are you going to go to another game launch party again like you did a couple months ago? No.
No, they're not doing that. They're for the AEW I called, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, they're not even, like, we can't even get it till noon on Thursday when they open.
What?
Yeah, so Thursday at noon.
They're not.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I called and talked to him.
The 29th?
Yeah. Thursday.
So why buy it early? If you can't get it early.
That's dumb.
Why do a
He's
pre-order?
like, I think it's in the back. He's like, I'm like 90% sure it's just sitting in the back. Like it's been delivered, but we haven't checked it in yet.
Right.
I'm like, well, are you going to do any early? He's like, no, we're not, because he's the manager.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we're not going to do any early stuff because there just wasn't enough people that ordered it.
Oh, that's dumb. Well, you know what? Even if they didn't, though, they should just do that for the people who did.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you order a physical copy? Well, you can come get your copy the night before.
Yeah.
What the fuck difference would it make?
Right.
Like, and if you didn't want to, don't go.
And just have it at 10.
Yeah.
Like, you would only have one employee there. If there's not that many, it wouldn't matter
Well,
anyway.
not just that, but to just do it like the last 30 minutes of being open.
Are they open till 10?
I don't know how late they're open. I'm just
Because
saying,
at
just
10,
do it.
it's Eastern anyways. And to be honest, it's the 29th in different countries.
Yeah, I don't know why they make it so weird.
Her lip looks funny.
Of course it does. She probably injected it funny. Pickle's like, he called a kidnapper. That's right, the kidnapper van.
Oh, for
That's
kidnapping?
right. For
Like
napping.
kidnapping?
Yes. For kidnapping, for kids to nap. But yeah, that's right. It was like, okay, good night. Bye, Ayla. Good night, sweetie. Sophie says every once in a while my YouTube crash out of nowhere. Pickle's like, good night, Ayla. And Chris says, yeah, I'm starting to have interest in Swerve too. I don't know about Champ yet, but it's because in WWE that Hit Row shit was trash. Well, his partner's not so much the Hit Row. Like, the idea is cool, not the people in it.
Right. No, I agree 100%.
He weighs 110 pounds. Oh my God.
What?
That's what I heard.
Well, I'm glad that you're hearing your own things.
Robbie says, Ayla, get out of here. FaZe says, what's the main event? I don't know, FaZe. I don't know if they have one.
I don't know. Was Seth wrestling?
I thought so, but maybe not. Maybe that was just...
No, it was Cody that started the show. Is Cody going to fight somebody? No. Yes.
No.
Cody
Yeah.
and Damian Priest tonight.
Oh,
That's your main event.
that's right. Sophie says, what happens to Maxine Dupree's sold group, the male models? I don't know.
They're rebranding them.
Pickle says, yeah, they had to showcase him in Tanahashi. Robbie says, can't you just order it to your house? Okay, you can, but it will be like 3 or 4 more days. Or 2 days or something.
Yeah.
You might as well just order it to the store and go pick it up. It's not that big of a deal. Right? It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I can't wait to go home and play it. It's AEW's video game. I was like, AEW isn't moving in the right direction.
No.
Robbie's like, Natalya looks older than she is. Sophie says, do you think Asuka will lose this Friday to Charbot?
I would hope so, but I don't think so. But I would like to see that. I'd like to see Charlotte go on a 2-year run.
Right.
She needs a long title run that defines her.
Robbie says, Natty, stop playing with your face like Mr. Potato Head. Chris says, I hope WWE don't think Mello versus Balor is equivalent to an AEW match. Why are we even comparing them, Chris? Because they're such different things.
Yeah, I wouldn't compare them.
I'm not comparing AEW with WWE. It's silly. I don't feel that it's equivalent to an NXT match because Finn's been on the main roster long enough that, in fact, he should completely dominate the whole time and beat him right now.
Well,
He literally should be tapping.
Not to mention, Finn is so much bigger than he is, which is weird.
Yeah, because the guy only weighs 110 pounds.
He weighs more than 110 pounds.
Sophie says if Baron Corbin wins the NXT Championship tomorrow, Chris says Corbin might show up in this match. Sophie says the only
I'm
time
sure he will.
people watch wrestling with me is on my birthday or holidays. Robbie says, are you that impatient to play AW that much? Chimichanga's in the chat. Hey, Chimmy says, natty face. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to
Okay,
it. Like,
so-
it was weird. Like, her lip was, like, weird.
So, also, it's not just the injections, but you also have to remember she does her makeup to make her face look different, too. Like, those girls can put makeup on their faces and make them look like a completely different face. I've seen one where she did it and she looked like a cat.
Meow.
Just kidding. Chris is like, lip injection? Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't an injection. I think she, like, paralyzed it or something. Because they're thin. Her top lip is what it was.
Oh,
And
I
it was,
don't know.
like,
I
weird,
wasn't paying much
right
attention
below
to
her nose.
face.
Like, it looked like she had a cleft palate. Cleft palate.
Yeah. My leg hurts.
Mine too. I fell today.
Not because I fell, though. It just hurts. You know. It's in the bone. Right there. It's in the bone.
I want to watch that. Oppenheimer. I like Oppenheimer.
Sophie says with afternoon pay-per-views, it is a little harder to watch with people because they might not be home.
That's
Well,
okay.
yeah, because people have lives.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Just because you don't. I don't. I have to sit here and watch it. I don't want to sit here anymore. I'm done. I have to get up and leave. Robbie says, do you think you twice getting your lip injected after seeing Daddy? Nobody's getting their lips injected. Don't be weird, Robbie. Sicko. Pickle's like, speaking of which, I'm going to need you to come in Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning, okay? I'm going to burn this place to the ground. You're trying to steal my red stapler. Chris says, damn, toe timing Bex looks so fucking hot tonight.
Yeah, she looked good, didn't she?
Sophie
That's
says,
surprising.
Pickle, have you tried that Claim to Fame show? It's good. And Chris says, had to go back and watch because missed the women's segment. Jimmy Chonga says, ratings for AEW Collision. I don't know. I'm surprised Sophie hasn't told us.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you what I rated it, but that's not what he's saying.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not what he's saying.
Did you guys see CM Punk do the leg drop? He did the Hogan leg drop and did the whole thing with the crowd. That's pretty funny.
What a jackass. Robbie's like, I can't imagine D with big lips. That's weird. And Pickle's like, I just seen it with my mama. What did you see with your mama? Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer?
Did you go see Oppenheimer, Piccolo? How was it? Sophie says, I could see the ratings for AEW Collision to be down this week. You could, but we don't know.
Yeah, we get to watch that pay-per-view and then right when it's over, basically watch Collision.
No fucking way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No,
That'd
I'm
be a
not
good one.
doing it.
Good
I
day.
will gouge my eyes out with hot pokers. Or spoons. It's fucking spoons. Plastic fucking spoons. And I'll stab you with a fucking fork.
Why a fork?
Put the remote controls down the garbage disposal. As Pickle says, we don't need to talk about that mess. Chris says, thinking about heating up some spinach pizza and wings, but Raw about to be over. Dude, you have way enough time to go heat you up some food, my friend. It is 8:23.
Yeah, you got 40 minutes.
You have plenty of time to go heat up food. Pickle's like, claim to fame. So he's like, I am surprised that you like Diablo. Why? Why are you surprised? Chris says, and maybe put on a movie after. I usually watch the wrestling podcast after, however. I need a break every once in a while. Yeah, it's called the back of my eyelids. Pickle's like, sporks, I got sporks. Chopsticks going once. I have chopsticks and sporks. No, I don't have sporks. Why don't they make metal sporks, Piccola? Why are they only plastic? Why don't they have actual metal utensils that are spoon forks?
My grandma had some that were kind of like that. They were knife blades on the front of the spoons, but they were for grapefruit.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. But I'm talking about actually, like sporks, you know.
I know what a spork is, yeah.
Why don't they make them in metal form?
And maybe they do. Have you ever looked it up?
No, but it'd be fun if they did.
Does
It wouldn't. That'd be the best way to eat your macaroni and cheese instead of like, do I use a spoon or do I use a fork? And then you have a spork and it's best.
Yeah, you could even eat soup with it.
Yeah, you could eat soup with it because it tastes like soup. Sophie's like, June 29th is my mom's 60th birthday. Well, happy early birthday to your mom.
Yeah. You can play whatever it's called, Fight Forever with her. Woo! All right. Well, Finn, can we end this?
Robbie is like, CM Punk doing a Hogan leg drop. I will pass. I'm good for life not seeing that.
He did it, and they even did the crowd noise ear thing.
Yeah, they were not excited about it. It was pretty pathetic.
You didn't watch it.
I did see 2 seconds of him coming out and doing stupid shit. and nobody liked it.
That
Not
was
one
at the
person in the
pay-per-view.
audience was like, "Oh my God, he's there!"
I am talking about on Collision.
Oh, I didn't see any of that garbage. Rob is like, D, is Diablo any good?
It is
depends
now
on if you like role-playing
17.
games,
Homeboy
like
just hit a
RPGs.
home run. It's now 17-4.
It's 18-4, by the way.
18. Oh, he hit a 2-run home run.
Yes, he did. He did. Like the other guy hit 2 runs in because it was 2 and now they're 4.
Finn, in this match. Hurry it up.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Ugh, I hate this all.
Coup de grace. Let's get it done, Finn.
People was like, oh my God, yeah. Chris, they had mentioned you on Denise's show. I was like, what, my boy? Who? What? Chris says, can't wait for Tiffany tomorrow on NXT. That's the only reason I watch NXT, kind of like when I used to watch Raw in 2017.
I know what you're
only
talking
for
about.
Bliss.
I know what you're saying. Nothing wrong with her, and I do watch it. I watch some of the women's segments. I don't watch any of the men's, though. I'll fast forward to the end and see who won. The
Robbie
men's
says,
segments.
yeah. Robbie says, is that the canned mac and cheese? Ew. Robbie,
There's a canned mac and cheese.
They have canned mac and cheese?
They do. I have seen that before.
What the fuck? No. That's nasty.
I have seen that before.
Not surprising that England would have garbage like that. Sophie's like, what other video games do you like to play? I like a lot of different stuff sometimes, Sophie. It just depends on my mood.
There it is. It's over.
Yeah, get
Good for
him.
Finn.
Kill him with your face.
Finn
I like
wins.
to play Animal Crossing. Chris is all Piccolo. Yeah, I like I like to mess with Denise because she is caught off guard to my funny questions.
Denise, is that the one brunette that works with Sean Rossap? Is that who you're talking about?
Piccolo says, oh, and one more thing. Adam Cole had to opt out of his pre-show match last night. Said he was sick. You like a bag of milk? A bag of milk sick? Because he looks like a bag of milk. Sophie says, do you think that AEW video game will get people that don't watch AEW to play it?
Why not? I mean, it's a wrestling video game. I don't know
There's
why you
people out
wouldn't
there
want to
that
watch
might
it.
play those kind of video games without watching wrestling, Sophie. I don't know if they would actually start watching the wrestling because of it, though. I'm not them. I have no idea what they would do.
I should put it on the TV.
It's a possibility, I guess. It's not impossible or an improbability.
Cody,
oh, look,
there's
he
this
has
dog.
his
Remember
puppy
his dog?
with him.
Remember when they used to bring it, but then the
I know.
fireworks scared it to
Scared
death?
her so bad. He's wearing just a little wrist brace now on his hand. Not a whole cast anymore.
Judgment Day. I charged my watch up to 100%.
Oh, did you? Good job.
You know, it gets to like 98 and
Then stops.
then it
It
just
forgets.
sits there.
It's like I don't know how to do anything else.
But it does go up. It just takes it like...
Mine's at 23%. It will last through tomorrow.
Should have charged up.
No, I don't need to. No,
Charge watch. Maybe you've heard of it.
it's stupid. Yeah, he's not going to have all these people to help him. Chris says, yeah, the canned mac and cheese, but it's ravioli flavor. Chris, I don't really consider that mac and cheese. Oh. Oh, is that like that weird... Is that hamburger mac?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ew. Yeah, never ate that. Chris says, yes. Chimichanga says Balor needs a better finisher. Sophie says, wow, Carmelo lost. Does that mean he loses tomorrow? Not necessarily.
No, not at all.
He's on NXT tomorrow.
He lost to a better wrestler. I don't feel like Baron
He should
Corbin
have won at all tonight.
is the better wrestler in that one. Baron Corbin hasn't been pushed for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see Baron win.
Ravi says, I never seen canned mac and cheese in the UK that you were talking about in the USA. You're the one bringing up canned mac and cheese. And it's not really macaroni and cheese. And no, it's box. Like you make it like with macaroni and cheese sauce mix.
Yeah, so there's this girl I told you about that she dresses up in that cosplay stuff and she does video games and stuff. Every once in a while I see her on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And she was talking about American food. And she's like, I just don't understand how you could eat macaroni and cheese in a box. Like she was weird about, like she couldn't figure it out. But she's like, I can't wait to go to America because I'm going to buy every cereal and try this because all I hear is how sugary it is.
Uh-huh.
She was like, I'm just going to try it.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
And there was some guy from there or whatever who has a channel and did it. He came to America and tasted it.
With his friend?
And the only one he liked was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I feel like there's some other ones that
he probably just didn't eat that probably were good, that probably people didn't tell him to try.
Right.
There's a few that are just sweet, but not too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like Captain
Crunch.
Crunch's peanut butter Captain Crunch is like one of those where it's not so overly sweet that you're like, oh my God, why am I eating a bowl of sugar? Fruity Pebbles, on the other hand, is basically just a bowl of sugar that might be flavored.
Right, but Rice Krispies?
Like Rice Krispies have no sugar in them. Chex don't really have sugar in them unless you get other type.
You can put it in
Wheaties
yourself.
don't. Regular Corn Flakes don't.
Cornflakes are gross.
Cheerios
But I used to eat
don't
'em, but
have sugar in them.
I used to think they were good for you. Wheaties.
I know, right? My dad ate them all the time when I was a kid. That was my dad's cereal, was Wheaties. How funny is that? That's pretty funny. Anyways, I saw these two guys from the UK come over here, and they were in North Carolina, and they went to Texas. And they were like, we weighed ourselves before we came to America. Then they came to America and ate like barbecue in Texas and like just ate food and stuff like that, right? Went to Waffle House and all these places, Cracker Barrel, all these places, right? Went home. They went home, weighed themselves, and they both like gained like 20 pounds each. So they went on runs and got back in shape and stuff, and they're coming back. They're coming back to the United States. That's like around the 4th of July. It's pretty funny.
That Covenant was a good show. I like that one.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like anything I'd say I want to watch again, but it wasn't horrible. I'm not a huge fan of those kind of movies.
I don't watch movies like that ever twice.
But it wasn't too bad. Ouch. Sophie's like, Cody's dog is beautiful. This is the first time we've seen Cody's dog on WWE TV.
Yeah, true.
This is the first time we've seen that dog on WWE TV. Pico says, people do play the games. It's like, I'll try out FIFA, but you would never catch me watching World Cup. Chris says, so Travis likes to just have it in the background because it's like a hum of bees.
I love the noise of listening to the European football.
Chris says the Chef Boyardee. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, Chris. I've just never eaten it. Like, I've never eaten it. That one. I have eaten, like, the spaghetti in a can. But is that Chef Boyardee?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Franco-American. It used to be Franco-American. Anyways, Franco-American spaghetti in a can.
I remember spaghetti.
And SpaghettiOs. Those were the only thing I ever ate. And those were so rare. So rare. And it's so funny. There's like the spaghetti in a can, the Franco-American. My mom was like, she would get it. Like, we never had this stuff around all the time. This was like stuff that we got maybe once in a blue moon. Anyways, my mom would get it sometimes because she would have like this nostalgic thing about her like childhood. Mm-hmm. Because they used to have this couple that would rent some of their land, and they'd bring their sheep camp, the sheep trailer camp trailers, and they lived in it. And they had sheep, and my grandpa rented out the ranch land to them and stuff. And my mom and her sister would sneak into their sheep camp and take the cans of spaghetti, and eat them. And she's like, it was the best stuff. And I was like, is it? So So she'd get it like every once in a while when we grew up, like when she was older and stuff. It was kind of funny. Every once in a blue moon she would eat that. But let's see. Sophie says, do you think Roman will show up on Raw at some point? Why would he? He doesn't need to anymore,
there's no
Sophie.
reason for it.
Robbie says, smartwatch, I don't want to be a sheep and wear one like everyone else. That's fine, Robbie. Nobody said you needed to. Did we say you had to get one to be cool?
I just like to track
be
my
part of the
sleep.
group or something. I just use it as an alarm anymore. Cola says, oh, Travis, how did you like Osprey pulling an HBK and desecrating the Canadian flag through his legs?
That was weird, wasn't it? I was waiting for him to get arrested or something. I don't know how communist it is up there, but he was all sorts of riding it, and then Kenny hung him by it.
Oh, God.
Put it wrapped around his neck and threw him out of the ring.
Sophie says the first episode of Collision was like 8,000 viewers. Being 800. Sophie says, wow, I didn't know you hated watching wrestling so much. Robbie's like, do you like Apple Jacks?
A for apple, J for jalopy.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to think Apple Jacks were pretty good. But as I've gotten older, I'm not a very big fan of them.
They're like Fruit Loops, like just a little different, you know?
Yeah. Sophie says, I usually watch like the King of Queens or Criminal Minds after wrestling. And Pico's like, I'll give you 3 guesses on which WWE talent is on Twitch, right? Because they are never shown on TV.
Drew Gulak.
Like ever. Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak.
Yeah. Sophie says, Spork, that sounds like a Little Mermaid thing. It's
Snorf
not.
Black. Or a
Robbie's,
Dinglehopper.
whatchamacallit? Whatever.
A
Robbie
Dinglehopper?
says, LOL, I can't imagine how easy to bulk up when going to the USA. Picolo's like, OMG, T, I think I know who you're talking about. Those lads love to eat American fatty foods. It might be. It's Jason Josh. Josh is the one English guy who he was very adamant of coming over, and his friend, he decided to come with his friend Jace. And I never knew who he was. I just seen the Josh guy, Josh from England, like pop up on my feed a few times and stuff.
It's over.
But
LSU won the national championship.
18-4 that last one, Jesus. Anyways, but I had seen his little videos and stuff like that. But when they decided to come over to America, they only spent like 3 weeks here or something like that. And it was just crazy.
They gained 20 pounds per week.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. They tried everything, though. They, like, tried every food imaginable. Like, they tried snacks. I mean, like, they tried things that are healthy, too. But wherever they went, they tried to try the cuisine that was for that area and stuff and everything. They're really good sports about everything. But
Same thing I
Josh is, like, very, very obsessed with America. Like, he, like, loves America. It's pretty funny, actually. Sophie says, remember Super Mario RPG is coming to the Switch. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how that would... Yeah, you were talking about that, Sophie. And the Princess Peach is getting their own game, too, or something. Sophie says that match didn't last long. Riley says, the 2 Italian lads on those videos would be disappointed in you eating spaghetti from a can. You know what, Ravi? I don't give a flying fuck what 2 dirty Italian boys say about what I do in America. Really don't. Sophie says, I like to play all types of video games as well. Piccolo says, I bet it's about the same as eating spaghetti from MREs. You know what, Piccolo? I don't know. You know, I haven't had spaghetti in a can since I was a kid. SpaghettiOs, on the other hand, I still eat that shit. And I don't care. I was like, oh, for an alarm. Pico's like, ding, it's Drew Gulak. Correct. You win a prize.
That's funny.
Sophie says, Gunther versus Riddle could be a banger of a match. Maybe.
It should be okay. It'll be right around 12 minutes, I would assume, would be my guess, before Gunther beats him. But it could be under. It could be an 8-minute match.
True. Pico says he's watching some obscure Japanese women's wrestling. Oh, God. Sophie says, I don't see this match going 23 minutes, though. On the Ocho? Sophie, so the match isn't going to be 23 minutes, though, sweetie, because Cody just came out. They're going to have a break here, which they have right now.
And then Dame, did Damien already come out?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe he did.
For some reason, I thought he did. before the commercial.
Baby hair came out.
So anyways, after this commercial break, they'll start it, which is about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 19 minute, 18 minute, 17 minute, 15 minute.
Yeah, Robbie says, is it more unique to not have a tattoo than to have a tattoo?
I don't know. I think the not having tattoo look is coming back.
Considering how many of those people are getting their tattoos removed from their bodies now, I'm just like, wow. Or how many of them are getting them removed from their faces, and it's just like, why did you do it in the first place? So if it's like, this is the week where you don't want to be a superstar who hasn't been used because you could get cut. Robbie's like, LOLD. And Sophie says, my mom loves Captain Crunch. And Robbie says, surprise spaghetti in a can. And Sophie says, I like Frosted Flakes.
I loved Frosted Flakes. That was one of my favorites.
Frosted Flakes are one of those cereals that just have enough sugar on them that it don't make them gross. And you don't have to add anything to them. There's very few cereals.
Yeah, I definitely like them. I had Frosted Flakes, Fruity Pebbles, but Fruity Pebbles was always in a really small box, and they were expensive as ever all the other ones. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but they probably weighed the same because they were so small.
Yeah.
But I didn't think of it as a kid because I wanted to fill my bowl up, so I didn't go by weight. I went by size of the bowl.
Yep.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch with the berries, Crunch Berry or whatever, and Lucky Charms were kind of that was my group.
The main
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. So the main cereals we had when I was a kid was as follows: Cheerios, Wheaties, Corn Flakes.
Did you have Wheat Thins or whatever they're called? The wheat,
Nope.
shredded wheat.
Nope. Didn't have any
The
of that
big ones.
stuff.
My grandpa would get those, and they came in 3-packs.
I know what they are, but no, never any of that stuff.
And then you just pour half the jar, because my grandma had a thing. It was about that big around, and it was oval on the
So
bottom.
you know the one we
with
have in the
sugar,
cupboard?
and you could take that, and you did get spoonfuls
Yeah.
of sugar out of it.
So you know the sugar thing we have in our cupboard?
I don't know.
So it has just a lid. The top opens up and it just pours out. So it's just a glass jar, has a lid, and the lid has a little metal flappy thing,
Yeah.
and it has a hole there. And so when you pour it, it just pours out. That was our sugar container. So you just did this.
Oh yeah, all the way around.
And probably good. Stir it up. I don't know if I'll try it.
Sometimes-
There's not enough, but more.
Sometimes I would take my spoon and hit the bottom of the bowl and lift it, and the
And just
whole
all the
spoon
sugar.
would be full, and I'd be like, "That's a little too much."
Yes.
Then I would know I had too much. Oh no, Damien hasn't come out yet. I know.
Yeah. But that was it. And then one time our Cheerios had weevils in them. Poured them in the bowl, milk, weevils, and I've never eaten a Cheerio since. Ever. No matter what. I've never eaten a Cheerio since. I'm just like, yep, nope. No, thank you. Trauma. Complete trauma. Rob is like, is that the one with Tony the Tiger on the box?
It sure
The
is.
Frosted Flakes, yes.
Because they're great.
Pickle says, in this generation, all I've seen are 20-somethings and 30-somethings tatted all over. I know, Pickle, that's pretty much all I ever see, too. And even if they don't show like they have tattoos, they have tattoos. Like I have a tattoo, or they have the mustache tattoo, or cat whisker tattoo, or whatever
On
on
their
their
finger.
finger, and they're like, and you're just like, that's so weird. The weird tattoos that they have. I can honestly say I do not have any tattoo at all.
I have some scars, but I don't have any tattoos. I always wanted a brand. I'm glad I didn't get one.
Right?
I don't know what it would have been. That's the scary part.
Right?
Would
Like,
it have been a number or something, like my football number?
I don't know. You know, would have been cool, though, is if your dad had one, or your family. That would be cool.
They do.
Like, so, like, my family, like our ranch, I'm pretty sure we do. I don't know what it is, but I know we had one.
Well, it's registered, so you'd be able to find out.
We could look it up, I guess. That would be kind of cool. But you don't want to do it with heat. You want to do it with...
Ice?
Yeah,
Ice or
like,
something?
Yeah, like what you call it, nitro, whatever that stuff's called.
Nitrogen.
Yeah, they do that now. That's how they brand their horses and stuff because it's not as painful. I watched it's kind of not really a thing on it, but people doing it and talking about the information about it. But also I live in Florida and like it's the norm here, Ravi. Ravi's like, cornflakes is such a British cereal. So he says, I can't do tattoos because of the needle. You know, it's
You're
not
allergic
just
to
a
metal?
needle, Sophie. It's multiple needles, actually. Even more scary. Lots of needles.
All right. Well, Damien's got the size advantage, but everything else goes to Cody. From
Pants.
experience to
Shoes. To hair. I mean,
I didn't know we were talking about looks.
to his sun glow that he's got going on. I'm just kidding.
His wife.
His dog. I mean,
I don't know if Damien has a dog or a wife, but it'd be hard to believe. It'd be hard for me to believe that she's prettier than Cody's wife. Is what I'm saying.
right.
Brandy's pretty, like pretty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're in the last match of the night, everybody.
Oh, Cody flips over him.
Cody
kicks him in
and
the belly.
Damien.
Pops him down. Comes back
So
up.
it says with all these matches at Money in the Bank, it will be interesting what the match placement is going to be. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it will just be so amazing.
I would assume that they'll start it out with the Money in the Bank. I don't know which one. Probably the females. And then they'll do a match and then do the other Money in the Bank. So they could do, like, try to think what matches are on the card. I'd have to look it up. But we have the 2 Money in the Banks. We have Seth and Finn. We have Cody and Dominic. We have Roman. That'll be the main event. Is there an
main event?
Is Gunther wrestling Riddle on that one? So Gunther and Riddle. That could go second, I guess, because that's not important.
People's like, took me like 4 sessions for about 2 to 3 hours.
To get a tattoo?
To get a tattoo? Whatever tattoo you do have. Like
My
a
buddy
big
just got
piece or
Ric Flair
something.
put on his foot. On his heel.
Because Ric Flair's heel. So funny. It's like the most ironic thing you can do. He's such a goof. Those are the shoes I got.
Don't hit me with those.
You don't want me to hit you with those chunkless?
Oh, there's Dom.
Why are they there? Why did you came? Why did you came? Why did you came?
Cody knows what's happening. Oh! Looks like Dom was or not Dom, but Damien was distracted a little bit. Cody threw right into the barricade. Cody throws Damien back into the ring. Goes right after Dominic. Dominic's going to have to hide behind the girl that's with him. Cody back into the ring. Breaks the count. Goes right after Damien. Damien drops him down on his face.
His face! Oh no! It's probably broken forever now. He'll never have the right face again.
You think he'll get divorced?
No,
Because his face is broken?
not really.
Or she like Floor, where she's like, I'm pretty for both of us.
I'm pretty enough for both of us.
I think I'm good looking enough for both of us. Or I'm good looking enough for both of us, I think, is what she says. And it's true. And he was to be married.
He wants to
What
be
do you mean? You don't think he'll want to marry me now?
right.
Like, well, what do you mean? You're not going to want to marry him.
People's like, LOL, hell yeah. Sophie's like, I wake up at random times throughout the week. Like, sometimes I don't know what time it is until I look at my phone. Do you eat cereal with milk like my mom does? I eat my cereal without milk.
That's weird. You maybe get that looked at. That could turn into a phobia.
Do you eat it in a bowl with a spoon? Just curious. Or do you just eat it by the handfuls? Because, like, there are some cereals that you can just eat without milk.
All of them you can eat without that. That's not poisonous.
I mean, no, I meant like they taste good without milk. You know what I mean? Like, milk enhances some cereals, where some cereals you're like, oh, it tastes good without milk. Sophie says, my dad loved Cheerios. And isn't there a rule about tattoos on TV or something? Not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. Modelo. Look at this. They have a bouncy castle slide thing for sale. Not for sale, but for rent.
Oh, yeah?
It's $300.
Right?
But it's for adults, too. 'Cause it'll hold up to 300 pounds, and you can use it with water or without.
Sorry, I'm trying to get those knives sent back.
Yeah,
Well, they wrote me back.
good.
And I figured I better do it now or else I'll forget and we're doing a commercial. There's no...
Anyways, that would
Wrestling.
be fun.
To get?
Yeah,
For who?
a day.
Just for us?
I'd do
Just
it
you
for
and me?
myself.
Just doing it? Hanging out on a bouncy slide? In the heat? In 100-degree weather? Just burning our skin off?
Doing it and doing it and doing it while. Why isn't there any wrestling on? What came first, the chicken or the baby back rib?
May in Georgia.
Oh, big uppercut by Damien. Damien's got him up, drops him down. It's like a broken arrow, but he kind of threw him. 1, 2. Cody kicks out. Oh, there's a blow right to the stomach right there. Into the ropes. Picks him up, drops him down right on his face. Into the ropes. Big clothesline. That might do it. It's over. 1, 2. No. Bum, ba, bum. Damn. Pulled him over by his neck. Damien has a bad back as it is.
Bad back! He's
Landing
got a
like
bad
that's
back.
not going to help it. Oh, yeah, remember he sat out for months.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He does have a bad back.
Big tall guy. Hopefully he's making enough money where it's worth it for him.
So it's like, what type of tattoo would you want? You know, Sophie, I've never found anything I would permanently want to put on my body, so... Sophie says both of these guys have a pay-per-view match. Who will win? I don't know.
If it
Who's
was at a
Damien
pay-per-view,
against?
it would definitely be Cody. Damien's in the Money in the Bank.
Both of these guys have a pay-per-view match. Who
Oh.
will win? Cody has one, too.
Yeah, well, Cody's going to win this match.
And he's going to win the one at pay-per-view.
Well, of course.
Pickle says, burn, baby, burn. And Sophie says, my sister has, like, a lot of tattoos on her body, but she can't stand seeing blood, which I don't get.
Don't look at it.
tattoos don't usually make you bleed. That's weird.
At least not your own blood.
Piccolo says this week it will be a heat index of 110 to 115. Yeah, they said it's pretty bad through the south there, Piccolo. I'm sorry, hon. Plus your humidity. Blech. That reminds me of the production company who made The Walking Dead. Sophie says Riddle versus Gunther and Liv and Raquel versus Shayna and Ronda are also at Money in the Bank. Hassan says, hi there, guys. This is the last one. Yeah, it sure is, Hassan. This is the last one. Your main events, Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest.
It's a good one, too.
Sophie says, I feel like they want to end the pay-per-view in shocking fashion, like either a cash-in or a tease of one. Roman has opened pay-per-views before.
Yeah. But the bloodline always closes them down. 1, 2, and 3. No, Cody kicks out. Cody's foot's really close to Dominic and the girl. Are they saying Dommy sucks? Dom, you suck? Yeah, Dom, you suck. Drop him down. Oh, we almost went for that crossroads. Pedigree. That's it, pedigree. Dominic rolling to the outside. Or Damian, sorry. We got 4 minutes left in this match.
Maybe I'll get those, be able to return those now.
Maybe.
That'd be nice. He seems to save, which they're completely unused in their original packaging. I opened them, looked at them, and put them back.
Right.
Opened them, looked at them, said no, put them back.
And it's not like you're gonna not order from them.
Oh yeah, they can just give me the gift, put it right back on the gift card.
Right.
Because I have a gift card there, and if they just put the money back on there, I'll just order different knives. I just wanted to be able to return those.
Mm-hmm.
And that page just wouldn't work for me. And I felt bad. And I'm like telling him it just didn't work for me. And I told him I tried a couple different ways too. And he goes, well, it worked for me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I wish I knew.
You might need to do it on a PC.
Maybe. That might be it too. Sophie says, yeah, I ate it in a bowl.
Nice.
So you eat your cereal in a bowl with a spoon, but without milk. That's weird.
That's different.
But you're not a big fan of milk, but you like chocolate milk.
Cody's in trouble. Dominic just distracted him.
It's the same.
Here it comes. Damian gonna beat him. Pin him right in the center of the ring.
Oh, no. Oh, he didn't quite get him.
It's funny because Sammy lost, and I'm like, would they make Cody lose because Sammy lost?
Right.
And just say, look, we know what we're doing more than you guys think you know what you're doing.
Is there a cereal that you would eat with chocolate milk?
No. Not personally, because I never liked chocolate.
Let's say they eat
like
it.
Count Chocula or something, or Fruity Pebbles, but the chocolate one.
Right. Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, Cocoa Pebbles.
I was thinking like that peanut butter cup ones or whatever would probably be okay with chocolate milk.
Yeah, or even Captain Crunch peanut butter would be fine.
It'd be different, maybe weird, but.
Cody Cutter.
As Piccolo says, it really is the same, right, Piccolo? I'm like, what's the difference? Besides one being, well, technically chocolate milk has a lot more sugar in it because it has some weird additive to it.
Yeah, am I making my own chocolate milk? Is it just quick?
Or am I buying chocolate milk in a gallon?
Cody
there it is, he's done! Done for! Okay, it's time to leave. Okay, bye.
There is still 2 minutes.
Damn it.
Stay in your seat. I mean, you can stand up if you want. Cody did it!
With a broken arm. Fucking Kevin out there. A broken arm! That guy. Look at the distance he got with that. It was amazing. Do you think he's going to say anything important?
Cody?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to talk.
Alright, guys. Yawning.
You are not getting a head start.
Why? You are.
I took my microphone off. I always do that. And I lean forward and talk into it.
Yeah, because you're so quiet. Nobody can hear you. Oh, no!
Dominic, a hit and run.
Oh,
That's a hit and run.
He ran away again, like normal. What a little bitch.
It's the only way he can compete.
Seriously, I think somebody needs to just whack him.
Like whack him off?
Yeah, but this kind of. not the other kind.
Not a reach around?
Not a reach around kind. And the
Whoa!
end. Judgment Day being a bunch of
Whoa!
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for that wonderful Monday Night Raw that seems to go on forever some nights, especially the last hour. Anyways, we'll be back again on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Don't forget that the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is going to be this Saturday.
We will be here for that.
Yep.
Anyways, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.